Your main man here with a brand new saga to stir your minds and excite your loins. Check it out. Within the Ring of Fire, Jack. Now, get over to drivethroughrpg.com and pick up your copies of Saga Book of 77 Thrones of Theological Codex, of the Book of True Names, of Fey Wine, of Monsters and Men. You need to get what's good for your mind and spark that creativity deep down inside your stagnant soul. Get your Within the Ring of Fire now, or hit me up on Facebook and their Wood, and get the PDFs all bundled together. Only $75 for your fanatic frenzy. Stay tuned, my man Nick here, going to be taking the mantle of Lou, a mantle that grants you a +5 bonus to role playing, which Lou was nice enough to give that man to storytell here at all times with a very, very potent magical item. That is, you will not find that in any Pathfinder or D&D books, I assure you. So stay tuned. So in all seriousness, stay tuned. Brand new game here, and big ups to Nick for putting this together. Big ups to my man Lou and to my man Dave Batista from the WWE, the world champion here with us. He's going to be role playing. He's off for Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's here with fucking us right now.
All right. Thank you for that. The scene begins. The lands east of Niflheim. It is cycle 5616. Much time has passed since, well, time periods which some of us may know. Many things have changed. The prospects of species have risen or fallen. Kingdoms have come and gone. Even the alliances and demeanors of divinities themselves may have changed or shifted somewhat in the many hundreds of cycles since cycle 5000. But that being said, we open up as the camera pans over the lands of Tir Connacht, the kingdoms east of Niflheim, west of the Orklands, west of the great rivers that divide the borders of their lands, the many kingdoms and city-states that now dot this place. Not only Flamedance now, but as the camera moves over the great whispering woods, the tips of the blue-top mountains seen in the distance on the horizon, the smoke of innumerable villages, settlements, even some cities, of course none rivaling that of Bale or Trade or any of the western lands about the kingdom of Thru and elsewhere. We move down to a long, ill-used dirt path, once more commonly traveled and traversed, but clearly the overgrowth, the weeds, the vines, the errant roots from the great trees of the Whispering Wood that can be seen to the right of the man we're about to open up on as he travels just another leg of a very, very long journey that he has traveled for days, chains, cycles, even almost endless and unstopping, or at least perhaps that might seem to be for him. And with that, we open the scene up on our lone traveler for the moment, Cole, as you, having found some respite in the kingdom of Flamedance, alas, it, like so many others, has been temporary. Something far less permanent than you might have wanted. It seemed so promising, but of course, as it always happens to do, the prejudices, shall we say, or the difficulties as well of a man with no home, a man with no people, and a man, at least what some might imagine, true or not, to be one without any skills of goodly repute, to hearken them to any one town that they might call it home. And so you make your way in this eastern road, traveling from Flame Dance to the Palatine states of Suvla Vale. This road, as I mentioned, hugs the Whispering Wood and its foreboding foliage, the susurrant winds and the whispers that give that place its name, kind of casting a kind of shadow upon your physical form and upon perhaps the pall of your emotions. But as you are traveling, you see very far in the distance, sort of turning a bend in the corner, a number of armed individuals, mostly human, definitely some others, a few satyrs, Freyne, some others it's a bit difficult to mention, sort of approaching. But as they do so, and as there is time before that crossing of paths, why don't we open it up to you? Why don't you describe your character and take it away?
All right. Slowly walking down this road here, you see Cole, a young man, a young human, maybe 115 cycles or so. A very fit and healthy looking man, tall, 5'11", 190 pounds. Looks like it could withstand a whole Optilane, just trample him down and just keep walking with the tenacity of a million men. The slightly long and dirty blonde hair, nice deep blue eyes, might get lost in, and some lightly tanned skin, although maybe a little more tan these days as he travels out in the sun, on and on. He's wearing nothing fancy. This isn't clearly not a rich kid. He's wearing just a faded brown leather jerkin, stained up dark brown pants. You see a shield strapped around him, just a simple wooden shield, and a dagger equipped at his side. Notably, though, no sword to speak of. So you might have thought he was a fighter with the shield, but who knows what the hell's up with him. And as he sees this group coming up, he moves over more and more towards the side of the road, clearly in deference, trying to not bring attention to himself, trying to not disrespect anybody who might be coming along.
And as you move to the side, you see there's perhaps maybe 3, 4 dozen individuals, mostly, as I said, human, mostly male. Freyne, satyrs, a few Chazari, which you may or may not have seen in your travels before, and perhaps a smattering of other known and unknown, even orcs in with this number, this band. Not they are armed and armored, though not in any kind of uniformed fashion or any kind of particular regalia or opulence to them. To your perhaps well-traveled eye, the look of a militia about them, mostly young men traveling here. But as the line sort of continues, one individual, a human man, young, younger than you are, sort of quirks an eye and sort of pulls away. Fair day to you, traveler. It brings you eastward on this lonely road. So few travel this path. That is part of what we are journeying outward westward. Have you seen signs of trouble? Have you seen signs of ill things afoot? You should be wary. This it is high time for the culling. And much of the goblin bands have become increasingly restless over the past chains and cycles. He sort of looks about as if
Oh, it's been a fairly clear road all day. The first travelers I've seen since I started my journey this morning.
then perhaps our work will be far easier than it might have seemed when we had left. Where have you traveled
Uh,
or headed? It is still several days until there is any settlement of note.
well, that's right about where I'm headed. Maybe I'll go out to Saval. I I'm coming from Flame Dance. I just couldn't spend any more time over there. I've overstayed my welcome, perhaps.
He kind of like looks at as it gives a kind of a dubious look. Where about in Flame Dance, if I might ask? My apologies. What is your name? I
Oh,
I am
I'm Cole.
Crow. Cole.
That's all.
I see. Well, as I said, I'm Ajax Crow. I am, and the rest of these individuals, we are from the town of Kirin. Still, perhaps a day and a half, perhaps 2 days' journey eastward from here. That will be the closest place you are to find refuge. But you mentioned you came from Flame Dance, did you? Which settlement, which town, if I might ask? We have heard some unfortunate things. He sort of looks with a wary eye that's clear to you. It's not hidden towards the wood.
I kept mostly north when I was staying. I would go on my way to avoid any sorts of trouble down in the woods.
I see that you do, my friend. It is good that you have not suffered any impasse or imposition. The Varigals have mentioned that the Fae of the woods are growing somewhat restless. You're not sure why or what. None in our village, in our town, have done anything to upset the friendship between our two peoples, but coming from Flame Dance, I'm sure you know things are tense between them.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps camp on the other side of the road, my friend.
Well, yes, of course. I'll take that advice to heart. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned work. Where are you going? What are you doing? If it's too disrespectful for me to.
It is something that I'm surprised. You must not be from around here at all, not even from Flame Dance, perhaps.
Oh no, apologies. Yes, I've wasn't even there for long. I'm, truth be told, from Bale.
Oh, well, you have indeed traveled far. Well, every several cycles, it is customary for many of the villages, the towns, to send the able-bodied to venture out into the wilderness to cull the numbers of the goblin tribes. They multiply very quickly. It is a constant struggle of the people, particularly here. But we keep on top of things, and these routine excursions, if you might call it that, we do our best to keep the numbers under control, to prevent any danger or any serious raiding on any of the towns or the farmsteads.
Of course, I've heard in the past some of these raids were quite extensive.
It's something like that, yes. Well, I must get back to the line. If, as I said, continue along this road, it is you will find yourself at the town of Kirin soon enough. It is the only place or it is the first stop of any particular note that you will find. But keep a wary eye, Cole.
Of course. Thank you, Ajax. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for any of that, and I very well may not spend much time in Kieran, so
Well,
if not, then you have a good life there.
we do think so. Well, safe journeys to you.
And you.
And with that, as he sort of moves back to the dwindling line of folk, young men mainly, some fraying women, others, as they dwindle into the distance, the scene changes as now you are not accosted by anything, although at the note of friendly passerby, some of the sounds, some of the perhaps the weight, perhaps it's just your nerves, perhaps it's just nothing. The eeriness of the wood does seem to be a bit more palpable to you, but in time, you do arrive at what you must assume to be this village, this town of Kiran. For indeed, as was said, this is the first and only stop along this path. As there are a number of other people. It is early in the day. Moving through the the town's gates, there is a great palisade of mighty stalks of wood, and of course great doors of the same. No massive iron reinforced gates of metal, stone, or of great workmanship, like perhaps you might have seen in Bale, or even in some communities in Flame Dance, some of the larger settlements. This is clearly a rural village, to be sure, but the first one you have seen in many days, as other people are moving through. As a sort of a watchman sort of hails you as you approach, being unknown in these parts. Good morning to you.
And to you.
Hey. Where do you be traveling from?
From
Not
Flame
the
Dance, mostly.
traveler says, coming this way. You of Aragal.
I'm sorry?
You of Aragal. A courier. A bard.
No. I'm nothing in particular. I might be able to bring some work, but no bard skills. I have no letters for anyone.
Oh.
I'm coming from Flame Dance, but I'm merely passing through. I'm not sure where. I have no destination exactly, but thought perhaps I might be able to find some work temporarily.
Some work, is it? What is your name then?
My name is I'm Cole.
He waits and then well, Cole, just be watching yourself. We're not one to turn one away, even a nameless individual such as yourself, but be mindful and have a keen eye. Many of our folk are out defending the town from goblins and raiders and the like.
Yes, of course. I passed by many of them on my way in.
Well, then you'll know the truth of my words, and you'll know that we're a people willing to defend ourselves, and we're hard-working folk. All right? We don't take kindly to layabouts or to, well...
No, yes, of course. I would never mean to disrespect the town. I've
yes, of course.
only come to help, and if there's nothing for me to do, then I suppose I may just pass through if that would be best. But I assure you I can
I think that might be best.
helpful hand. If you wouldn't mind, I at least take a look around, perhaps but purchase myself a meal or
Do you have coin or goods to trade for?
I have a bit of coin. And what little I can travel with me.
He looks dubious to his fellow up there, but on with you then. But as I said, keep to yourself.
Yes,
You
of course.
take my million. All right. Good then. If you've been needing a place to stay, well, can't guarantee you. Old Tack is, well, perhaps you'll see soon enough. If you want work, if he has it, he'll put you to it, and work it'll be. But we'll see if you're good by your word or not. Cole. He sort of points off in the distance to a kind of rounded. Well, kind of looks like a longhouse almost, but in the middle of the ring of buildings here, assembling the majority of this community. Off with you then.
Yes, of course. Thank you, and
Welcome to Kieran.
again, I do not intend any trouble, and thank you for your service here, protecting this town from any potential problems.
Yes.
And good afternoon.
With that, the scene changes again as a bit of a cold entry to this town, but again, not something that is unknown to you. And with that, as you make your way through this town, this community, you see, to give a brief description of the place for future scenes as well, there is kind of a low-lying hills that make up the topography of this place. Much of the outskirts being dedicated to farming of various things, rice, grains of varying sorts. Difficult to determine if you are not skilled or aware of such things, but much of the architecture here is rustic, of wood, some stone, but mostly wood, lacquered, shingled roofs when possible, thatched in some smaller structures. In the center of this town, which has a circular kind of layout to it, rising sort of above the rest of the structures here is one of the few structures that seems to be made entirely or almost entirely of stone. Also ovoid in structure. The layout of this building, pillars not of masterful or incredibly opulent workmanship, but of stone, to be sure. A temple of some description. In the distance, you could see a henge of stones, not carved, or perhaps carved by erosion alone over, no doubt, eons of time. Also not a strange sight to see in these lands, as you have seen many of these things. Henges of various sorts, cairns, standing stones, and other items, or perhaps that's the best you could factor out they might be, but something of particular note to the orcish folk who make these lands their home. Of that you have noticed, to be certain. But as you move through the towns and through the street, the scene shifts again. That's why my music is not repeating. I just realized. But as we fade to black, and as we open again, There we go. Zeno, you are struck dead square in the mouth. A meaty fist pops you in the mouth. A tankard of mead spilling wildly over yourself, over your long locks, over the table. You're sprawling back, hitting the back of your head against the wooden floor of this place. You just hear a table flip. So you see, what is it? Shift Z. Link. Tell me what the thing is to bring up that picture. But as you see a man standing up to you, a well-known man whose picture you will see in just a moment, ready to fight. As he socked you in the mouth. As it's go time. As other people move back, ready for a tavern brawl.
I'm laying on the ground, just fishing, doing an old fish sound. The honey wine mead, just pouring into the locks themselves. The stench coming off me. As I lay on the floor on the wood. Oh, and it's a human, isn't it? Hey, you think you could just push me, Zeno, in the face? And I'm gonna try to just kick him, and I'm gonna look around and go, "Hey, it might be all right, look, man. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble." And I look around, to everyone, "Oh, I'm a bitch," and kind of try to grab his eyes and make him kind of look at everyone else like I'm cowering out, so he should feel like proud of himself. And I'm watching to see if his eyes leave me at any moment.
Yeah, no, and they're not. And you know this, man. You've had this song and dance before. You are well aware of this particular individual, Faris Consulo. Well, he's something of a character, as you well know. But then so are you. You want no trouble. I know that look when I see it. Come on, get up.
I don't want no trouble, man. And I'm gonna give him a satyr hoof, square in the nuts if I can.
That's right. As we don't even need to really worry about the mechanics. We'll keep it free form for this opening scene. Just be free with it.
So I lash out with my hoof. Basically from my back, I stomp him right in the nuts. This isn't a foot. This is a hoof of goat-like proportions, just right into his ball. Hey, how about that? I don't think your wives are gonna like that too much, huh? You filthy human. And I'm gonna start kind of staggering up, and I'm gonna get to my feet. I'm like, oh shit! And I slip on the big puddle of mead there, and I take just a big, almost exaggerated back bump onto the tavern floor. Oh, hey, you're cheating, man! You can't use puddles against me.
As he doubles over, as he tries to balance himself on a table, but that comes crawling, falling down as mead and tankards and bits of food, bread and sausages and other sort of smoked meats and vegetation falling upon the brows of both of you. So he staggers and just on top of you. So he pops you in
my mouth, man! So I reach up and just start ripping in his face, start ripping right into the very eyes themselves, and then just
as he gets the
grab
eyes
his hand, hey, wait a minute, are you all right? You're right. I'm touch his head. You all right? Oh, big satyr headbutt, crushing dome to dome.
Hey, this is his buddies. I can't do that. Get him! As they just
hey, don't get me, get him!
As they pull you up to your feet. One guy he gets kicked and he goes flying. The other guy, he's trying to trying to choke you out, trying to just put the sleeper hold on you.
My arms begin to just flail around wildly as he's putting the sleep on me. Reaching up. And the world starts spinning, going dark. And I start, the head begins to drop.
Get up! Get up! It's like, other people are instigating it. You hear other people they pounding those tankards, and they just start
Go and get him.
chanting your name. Chant, Zeno, Zeno, Zeno. They just want to see a good fight going, and they know you fight. You fight well.
So that arm, what is it? It's three of these humans, isn't it?
Three of these humans. One guy, he's just.
So my arm was up and it's fallen as he's locked the sleeper, the rear naked choke, if you will, in deep and just pushing the back of my head, and my eyes are fluttering, rolling, and my arm is limp, and my legs start going spaghetti and start to fall. But as I hear that name, my arm starts to pound against my leg over and over and over again. And I'm gonna kind of put my hands behind his head, around the base of his neck, kind of grab him by the ears and start pushing his head up, slide my head back with that huge, hard, painted cranium of a satyr, unlike that of a human, known for ramming into each other at high velocity. And I get his chin right on the top of my head and just drive down, just spreading my legs wide and just falling completely on my ass as hard as I can, driving his jaw right at the top of my hard satyr head. Whack!
As a rain of blood and teeth, not teeth, but teeth, just spilling out. As he doubles back, he's out. He's knocked out the mighty cranium.
So I'm sitting on my ass, I'm still kind of trying to get together. I'm hearing the people yelling. I got the hand moving. My eyes, they're still wobbling, like I would nearly put to sleep. And I'm looking at that. Hey, wait, 4 of you now? That's fine. I'll fight all 4 of you. Looking at the 2 guys.
That's right. That pansy ass son of a bitch. Get him now. That's Faris is. Oh, he's slowly getting to his feet. The other two mooks are like, oh, they don't want any of that. And they back it up, and it's sort of onto you two again as he staggering back from getting his own face and his and eyes raked, his mouth fish hooked. But he comes back, he grabs just a bottle. It's holds it threateningly.
My eyes get real wide when he puts the bottle. I start putting my hands up like this. Now there's a whole bar here, right? With people, they have drinks and all that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this.
That's right. You don't need nothing.
And I'm waiting. I'm kind of dancing around with him, with the hands up.
You don't deserve her. You don't deserve her.
Hey, yeah, just because, I may have had sex with a couple of your wives doesn't mean you get to stab me with a bottle, man. You need to calm down because you're a drunk piece of shit, man. And I am drunk pieces of shit. You one of them, Ferris. I'll just smack you in the mouth now. And I go ahead to smack him, then I grab the wrist. I grab it very hard, and I grab the head itself by that luxurious human hair, and I slam him face first onto the bar, getting him up onto it, and just taking him all the way down, coast to coast, just slamming him, knocking people's drinks and bread and sausages and even vegetation to the ground. Summarily, people, go get out of my way! Yeah, Ferris, you piece of shit. So I take him all the length of the bar, all the way down, knocking into people, sending him tumbling unceremoniously to the wooden floor below. Hey, and when it's like so I'm kind of standing over, but go ahead with your description.
No, as people try to get out of the way, some do, some don't. Tough luck for them. One guy gets back. Right, he's got his plate of sausages, his tankard of meat. He's looking with wide and wild eyes as from behind the bar, the publican, the proprietor of this place, just giving a scowl at the whole situation. But what's he gonna do, right? Nothing. That's
right.
and he well knows that as Ferris sort of goes smash into the floor amidst the heaps and posts of a stool that's been utterly ruined, blood and water and meat and the juice of just food staining the place and sullying him as he's just lies there groaning at your mercy as that bottle is smashed to pieces and no longer in his hands, but in 1,000 pieces upon the floor.
So I look down at him and kind of put my hands back here, like rubbing my horns. Hey, well, you're down there, Ferris. Why don't you make like one of your wives and suck it? And I thrust my cross in his face. I'll grab him by the back of the head. I'll put his hand between the legs. I'll look around and I'll start putting the hand up like I'm trying to get the people to get with me.
That's right. And they do, or at least many of them do. Of course, the cronies of the buddies of Ferris, just looking at you with a vengeful eye, but of course too cowardly and too meek to even attempt to get in between what's about to get down right here. But people, it's just in an uproar. They're just enjoying this. Some people are smashing their tankards upon the table. Some people are just throwing food. Not necessarily they're just throwing food. They're throwing stuff. That's what you do, right? You just throw anything and everything. Cheering. Other people just start breaking out in fights. How did that happen? It doesn't matter.
I grab like a loaf of bread and just throw there. I take like a big bite of it. That's pretty good. I just throw it down on the top of his head. I kind of have him like his head's between my legs. His feet are like kind of standing up where he's kind of like in an L. I look around and I put the arms out and I pick the man up around the gut wrench and sit him up over the shoulders, shoot it out, and bring him down. So like the back of it, he's facing that way. I said, I hope you like Igvale because you're about to get some time in the air. And I'll just slam him directly through the table, putting the man through the table, sending the tankers, sending the honeybees, sending the wine, sending the rot gut, sending the Valorian ale to the ground, unceremoniously, unsanctimoniously, spitting all the spirits to the earth, sending the meat hunks, sending the bread, sending the tomatoes, and the wheat products all at one time to the ground. Chairs go scattering, voices go screaming, and this man is put directly into the table, but he hits the table, busts on it, bounces off, the table falls on top of him, turned over. I look at all the people. Yeah, that's right. You boys want to come and mess with Zeno? I don't think that's what's going to happen. Because me, I'm the toughest guy in all of... And then as I move, I fucking fall on much of the debris, slamming the back of my head hard, very hard into the wooden floor. Oh, God damn it! God damn it! Oh, my head! God! Oh, fuck my ass!
Yeah, it's just people are loving it. They're eating it up. Both your slapstick situation and the ultra violence of this of one of many encounters and altercations of which is common for you, whether you want it or not. It's happening, and it did happen as you as the scene sort of continues in a slight montage of some people getting with you, just helping you up to your feet. They're putting tankard after tankard of booze of various sorts and various stripes down right in front of you, slapping your back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
As the bitch asses of Ferris and his ilk, they get him to his feet. They glare at you as he's got like a busted eye or like.
I raise my fist back like I'm with a hammer. Hey, you want some more of this? Sit your ass down and have some rolls.
And he tries to give a steer that scarred sort of portion of his faith, or of his face and his faith, his teeth red from a bloody mouth. He clearly bit his cheek or bit his tongue or something as he spits down. As they leave the scene most ingloriously, leaving you to the revelry of the common folk. As time goes on, you imbibe and you enjoy those celebrations for.
This is my destiny to enjoy celebrations.
That's right. Until that sweet embrace of the blackout does take you as the scene fades amidst the still cacophonous cheers of the common folk, chanting your name, Zeno, again and again. That's right, common man. The scene opens up once again to, oh, It's the same place. Gone are the strewn bottles, tankards, tables, and stools and bodies. Some time has clearly passed as we open not to the cacophonous chants of the raucous and dirty songs of the common publican. Much of those people are gone. The establishment far more open, far less crowded with people. As we open up to the sweet songs of the playing of a violin, we see upon a dais a little stage set up, like a regular bar or a cafe might have such a thing, where individuals can come and play or can tell stories or poetry amidst the people here, and open it up to Jazili. I'm gonna try this song. Don't know if that's the one you want, but that's the one I got.
Fine either way. As despite the lack of audience, or perhaps conscious audience, almost alone like a mad violinist, a man that is standing quite tall, whipcord thin, almost very thin in his physique, with long sort of nimble fingers, his eyes closed, his red locks can't help but be loosened from their knot as strands go across the beautiful symmetric face of this fae. As Jazili just quietly sort of dances, and his eyes are closed, and fills this hall with this frantic bit of music that fills the hall, and perhaps those that do listen just are caught not perhaps in admiration for the music, but of just confusion. It is of a class beyond perhaps the average peasant would hear, and it is frantic and it is wild. It's not a tune that you could slap your knee and dance to with the heavy boot steps. Nope, this is more refined. This is a higher class of music, as I noted before. But either way, as this phase is playing this music, filling the halls, it's as if all of that doesn't matter, and this goes on for a solid 6 to 8 minutes of this song, where afterwards, very quietly, the last note is drawn, and the song is at its end. And with a very flourished sort of bow, afterwards, sits on up and he opens his crystal brilliant blue eyes as he looks. He just sighs as Jazili looks out. There is no applause or hollering or bravo or anything, but perhaps a few half-conscious drunkards or busboy, cleaning tables and whatnot, or the few slack-jawed folks that are just, that stank worse than Optalang manure, the man says out in Pelganese.
Yeah.
And Jazili, like, I just turned towards him and just quietly just begin another song that's a bit less so, as he pauses and he continues playing, a bit a bit more of a quieter song, a song, say, would be a bit of a lullaby, or something that one would want to listen to on an early morning wake up from perhaps a hard night of working. And he noticeably calms down a bit and he just quietly begins playing until someone says to stop. As he has been hired to work a set.
Hmm.
He'll stop when the set is done.
And as you're playing this song, this one of many, it's just you thought it was, man, that's just your imagination. It's done. It can't be right. As you look over the sea of empty chairs, passed out people just having conversations, just not paying any heed, or just there's a few people who are interested, but they're more, as you said, confused, like trying to understand this is not music they're used to hearing. And this trend has been continuing the past several days. You've arrived in this community, this town, Kiran. It's about a chain ago, traveling your own lengthy path south to this place. Latest stop on your own journey. And hired, as you have done in the past, to make your way and to make your earn your keep for some minstrelling and some culture to this place. But as the days have passed, just less and less people have either bothered to show up to this place. The first day or evening or so, there's a bunch of people here just eager to see a new face and to oh, you look very different. You have not seen another of your kind. Perhaps one or two of a different ethnicity, shall we say, but none of your particular ilk in these lands that you have seen, although that was expected. Part of your reason for undertaking this journey of yours, but with a kind of a heavier heart, as just it's not working. It's not going. You see, you see this man from one corner of the establishment, sort of just give a single nod, like that's it. That's enough.
And
so
quietly finish my set.
Motion
Draw.
for you to speak to him once you're finished there.
I don't say anything. I just draw out the note. I take the time to finish the set very professionally, and then quietly just put it to my side and I bow again. And I can't help but let out a little bit of sigh of perhaps.
He wakes up.
I quietly leave the stage. As I make my way and eventually make my way over to him. And I just gesture.
Well,
It is not a busy time, it seems.
Oh, it should be busy. It was busy the first few days of your performance. Quite good, quite good. I do not think it is that, but there have been. I think it might be best for you to be finding a different mode of employment. He looks out over the sea of people, beginning, I think, to have a negative effect upon my business here. I do not know how closely you listen to the people you have performed for, but rumors spreading about you.
They are just rumors. I try to play the best songs I can. I've been practicing some fine Sindarian tunes. I assure you, by the no later than the end of this chain, I will have a new set ready for you. Sindarian tunes, something perhaps a bit more for the palate here.
But the people say, like, just like ignoring that, the people say your clan is cursed.
I kind of lean back and just. I don't say anything. I just kind of look at him. Just,
And he kind of looks with that like one eye. It's a weathered man who's seen a lot of shit and isn't interested in taking much more. He's sort of like,
yeah, so I don't say anything. I'm just like,
yeah.
And you think this is what has befallen your business?
No, I think people talk, and whether it is true or not, people talk about this is true, whether it is true or not. People do not trust you. They do not like you, despite your. I can at least appreciate your skill, but you are an outsider. You are someone different, and more than that, it seems, whether you wish it or not, true or not, a stranger with a, well, you've acquired a sullied past, whether it is true or not. That's what people are convinced of. I have not seen many of your kind before. I have not heard of such things, but others seem to be convinced. They say that your clan or your tribe is bathed in the blood of virgins. Now, you have been kind to me. I personally, I do not think you would have had the time. I've seen you try and try again in this place to do such things, but I cannot have that rumor. I cannot be associated with such things. It is not good for my business.
I understand, but I had traveled, as I had noted when we had first met. I traveled some distance here to this fine Souvlavel kingdom here. There is
Marina.
Yes.
Get farther, keeping it local. Yes, we are part of the Crown Prince's demand, but people here are loyal to their city-state, their particular kingdom, to their Margrave.
Yes, as I have come to understand. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and playing in your establishment. And if you would allow for me to collect my things, and I look at him, I give him a look like pay me kind of thing, and I will be on my way.
And he just nods, like he lets you collect your things, and he sort of goes out of sight for a second, presumably to collect some stuff. As the scene quickly changes, as the same man, as you Jazili, and you Cole would both know this man to be Plinio Ipapa, the proprietor of this establishment. All right, that is enough. Quite enough, I think. As he calls out to you, as you're there, Cole, in the kitchen, scrubbing tirelessly tankards, plates, meager utensils of wood, some of like tin, many of which have been broken in the past few hours, given the recent encounter that had just happened here. All right, I just let one of our performers go, and I think it's time for you to be on your way as well. I appreciate the hard work that you have given, but he just sort of like doesn't immediately respond. Just sort of gives you like a disapproving look.
Yes, of course. I of course understand. I thank you for
I've given you
taking
more
me in
than you
and
asked
allowing me to
for.
work for you for some time.
I've given you room. I have given you board. I have given you food. I believe that is more than fair.
I've greatly
Yes.
appreciated it. Would you like
Good.
me to finish cleaning up here before I'm on my way, or are you
Yes,
looking to have me
finish up
leave?
what you're doing here. And as you're done, get that satyr out of here. Once you are done. Can't have
Okay.
any
Yeah.
more food
I'll
on this place.
drag him through. He's looks to be in rough shape there, but yes, of course, I will do this for you.
And as you,
Thank you again for your kind generosity, Hippoba.
he just turns around, not really acknowledging your thanks, but as you finish up the last bit of scrubbing that you were doing, your hands raw from the water, the hot water, the basin, as Plinio, he returns to you, Jazili, and he sort of extends out. There's a small handful, 7 strange coins. You've seen some like this. You're not still entirely sure if this is appropriate or not, not being from here, but 7 coins of kind of rounded, crudely shaped round coinage with a kind of a circular punch punched through the center. But on one side there's some kind of heraldic seal. It's like a drake, like a male duck, not a dragon. So carrying a banner in its beak as it is sort of flying over. There's the in Pelganese the sort of signature, the stylized sigil of the Margrave of Marina, and on the other side the same kind of seal of the Grand Prince of Souvlevale, punched upon the heads and tails, as it were, of this strange coin. As he nods and gives that to you.
I just quietly take it. I put it in one of my pockets.
I am sure you will be able to find some other means of accommodating your travels or room and board. This is
Yes,
not
it
a
will be
large
no
city,
problem.
not small. But if you plan to stay here, I would take caution. Rumors, especially such as that, have an ill portent to them. And he sort of, like, for a second, gives you a kind of, for a moment, a kind of sympathetic look to his gaze.
And I'm looking at him like paying, like listening to him, and then I just sort of nod.
Yeah.
And then I quietly, make my way on out.
Yep.
Getting my things, getting out of here.
Yeah. And as you collect your stuff, the clothing or whatever it is you've traveled with,
Just like a
instrument,
over my shoulder bag, then like another case for my instrument.
as Cole, you look down at just the sprawled out form of you guessed it, you know who, this sprawled out, this blackout drunk, still many hours after the bar brawl had taken place, as take it away as the 3 of you leave this perhaps not as friendly establishment as you might have imagined initially.
Do you need help carrying that one?
Yeah, that'd be I'd appreciate that. He's even heavier than he looks.
I can see that. Like I go on over like the other side to help drag this large satyr on out. And I don't really help that much, you know. Like it's obvious, like I don't take a lot of weight. You could feel that, So, but I help nonetheless.
Gisali, right? You were the bard
Yes,
inside.
yes.
You wouldn't happen to have a place to go, would you?
I have a few places in mind. Why do you ask?
Well, I seem to have overstayed my welcome here.
Hmm?
Officially no longer working for Ipaba. I imagine actually it might be time for me to move on from this town.
Oh, um, well, I know of a few places. I was thinking of heading on out as well, but I'll kind of look up at the sky a bit and look around. Not at this time. Are you in a hurry?
I found that if I stick around for longer than my kin wish me to stay, they can become quite agitated.
Well, I think it is best that we find a place for this poor man to nurse his wounds in the wake from his slumber.
Yes, of course, and really, I think he'll be mostly fine.
And perhaps bathe as well.
Well, of course, I sometimes they these ones here they like to stay dirtier and dirtier.
Oh, you know my name, or what is yours?
Oh yes, I've my name's Cole. I'd been
Cole. Nice to
working
meet
in the back this whole
you.
time. Ah, yes, of course.
Like
Uh,
shake your hand.
oof.
Like a very dainty sort of like handshake. Not
I'm sorry for the way
particularly.
you might have been treated. I
Hmm?
think you understand the prejudices that humans may have. And honestly, where I'm from, we had considered your kinds to be absolute, for lack of a better word, monsters.
Hmm.
But
Yes, I've heard the stories. Your people, on the other hand, are quite interesting. I enjoy their company, but alas, it does not seem they enjoy mine.
no, and I know what that's like, unfortunately. But luckily, since I've left the West, I've learned that a lot of what I know and come to know and were taught as absolute facts have been lies. I'm
The
about
West, are you
to be,
from Missourian?
oh no, much further west. I'm from Bale.
Mifflin? What?
Bale, great city of Bale, great human city,
Huh, never heard of it.
just south of the Dark Forest.
I just like shrug. I think over here is a good place to. Oh, he's a heavy one.
Yeah, sure is. I can take more of the weight. I see you might be having trouble here. I'm
I am sorry. It is. I'm not used to carrying bodies.
well, it would be a sad thing, but carried large enough packs and been traveling long enough with enough things on my back that this is isn't the worst.
There. This would be a good place. Sure. Like we try to like I look for a place that would be good to like just lay the satyr out somewhere and like try to wake him up and resuscitate him a bit. I don't know if there's any other like public establishments other than the tavern that we just left.
Yeah, there's, I mean, there's smaller places. There's like a, like some, looks like individual or family businesses, for lack of a better word, have
There's like a
like some. What's that?
garden or a courtyard or something.
Yeah, yeah, and
Just like
like
some
there are
sort of
some places with like like street food essentially, like not anything like the volume that a city street might have, but some people that is what they do, or selling the fresh catch from there's a rapid flowing creek just to the south of the village of the town, where there's like canopies that have been set up, and small chairs or stools, or people can just duck in and purchase something, or to buy
this
food.
principality.
Marina.
There we are. You should be set here. What I understand is that one would be quite thirsty or hungry after waking from these slumbers. I do not have much experience in this, though. Do you, Cole?
Well, I don't drink quite as much as this one has here, but yes, I can only assume you're right. He would be quite hungry.
Let us get something for him and have it ready for him to wake up. I just cannot leave someone so down, alone, to be alone in this time. Once he is up to his feet, and maybe we'll go down to another principality, if you do not mind, that is.
Oh, sure, that's very generous of you. I appreciate that kindness. I'm not used to seeing that out of anyone. How about you take a minute here to stay by his side? I can get us some food.
Yes. Here. I fish into one of my pockets and I toss you like a few coinage.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, I'm not even sure. Do you eat? Do you eat anything in particular, or?
Oh no, I'm not hungry. Get something for him.
Just
I'm
for
good.
him. Oh, yes, okay.
I got another pouch on my side.
Typical sugar food then.
Yes.
I'll be right back. You keep an eye on him. Actually, if he does wake up and I take out from my side, yeah, have him drink some of this water.
I'll just take it from you.
And I'm off.
Sure, like you go to a street vendor or something. Yeah.
What do you want? You want? Ah.
Yeah. Can I have some of this meat here?
Yeah.
How much?
What you want? Come on now.
Yes. Just the charred meat, of course. Is this enough?
That one. That one.
Just two. Yes, that one right there.
This one.
On the left.
Like just that one.
Yes.
All right, you want the. All right, good. He doesn't give you the one you wanted to, but he don't want the one you.
Yeah, and I don't say anything. I just.
All right, $3. $3.
$3. Right here. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.
I like wait for a second if there's like any change or anything.
Hey,
and then I continue walking. Yep.
Come on over here. Right here. Come on, fresh.
Come right back, eating a little bit. No.
It's
again,
good. There you are. Yes, I think he is. I heard him making some noises before. I think he's coming to. Hello.
Yeah, at some point
gently...
you just have to splash him with some of the water.
Oh, you think? And I'm gently slapping his chin. Hello, wake up now.
He's a bit violent though. We might not want to be too close.
Oh.
I take back the water and fill it up in the smallish cup I have, and kind of step away just a little bit, and just dump it right down in his face and back up real quickly.
And unfortunately,
Yeah,
we
and
can't
you're
hear him.
Muted. I hope you're muted,
No, yeah.
or we're getting the same frustrating situation as
issue.
before.
He's muted for too long.
He drank
Yeah,
too
we-
much. He drank
drank
too
too
much.
much, and
Blackout
he's
drunk.
Like, I
The trick to make them
I kind of
humble.
leapt out of the way, as you like brought out the drink. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I just sort of leapt out of the way. You know this? You know this man?
No, only by reputation. He's somewhat of a entertainer, if you will. You've witnessed the events of today.
Can you hear me?
There
you
you
do.
go. You good.
Now you can hear me.
Take it away, Andrew.
Oh man! I start slapping around like my thick black hair that I made just coated now not only in old stinky alcohol that's fermented in my very hair itself, but it now in this water. Hey man, you know what? I was just trying to say, oh man, I'm outside, man. Man, you put me outdoors, man. Come on now. I guess I'm like kind of like in a big muddy thoroughfare. That's what I'm picturing.
I mean, like a grassy sort of area. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't
I'm
have,
not,
like,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
in a
have just
muddy
dropped you.
thoroughfare.
No, I wouldn't have dropped you. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have
Oh,
dropped you. in
man.
that area.
I'm outside, man. I just want to have a good night. You know.
No, we understand, but we've all been kicked out. It's
Wait. Who are you,
quite a
man?
show you put on there.
Are you
Uh,
you're not Ferris's brother, are you, man?
No, Ferris.
You trying
the man
to
you were
trying to
fighting.
tussle with me? Huh?
No,
You-
I promise you I'm not. I've
Oh, all right,
served
then, I
you
believe
food
you.
and drink.
Do I recognize him now that I'm kind of looking at him? Nick, you're paused.
There we go. Maybe. I mean, probably. You've seen this guy. You probably have. You've seen him.
Oh,
for the
yeah,
past-
man, buddy,
past
how
couple
you
years.
doing? How
He's
you
been
Yeah,
cleaning
doing, man?
Okay,
Hey,
but you're not doing too
Yeah.
well here. I got you some food here.
My head, it's like it feels like one of those little, those little guys. It's like hitting me in the head with one of those stubby things that makes the ringing sound. Oh man, it's.
Well, yeah, you took a
all
bit of
right,
a fight there.
I'm gonna get up now. I'm gonna get up. I'm fine. I stand up. I'm like, oh, whoa!
Not too quick. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
I'm just standing and watching. Just like,
All of a sudden, the sky started trying to wrestle with me.
We gotta fix you up first. We gotta get you a little healthy before we get you to move on. All right?
You're a nice fella, man. I appreciate that. I'm deep in my cups, and my cups they were really deep, and I got deep in them. Man. I was just happy, and then I wake up outside. I mean, I'm not laying in a pile of Optilong dung, so I mean, all in all, it's a pretty good night.
Oh, yeah. I hope that's not a common occurrence.
Man, you didn't kick me, did you, man? My back is killing me.
You fell down in a bunch of debris.
I didn't fall down into your bunch of your kicks, did I? I've seen that game
No,
before.
no.
Drag the sailor out the street, kick him in the back alley. Yeah, I know that game.
No. Ferris's friends, they seemed a bit too afraid to do anything more after.
Wait, you mean you really mean you actually helped me?
Well,
You know,
yeah.
because I don't got nothing, man. Like they already took everything, man. They took my father's gold chains. They took my vest, and they took my club, man. They took everything, man. That's what all my kids' moms didn't take. You know what an ogress is like when you ain't got anything for your kids. I got a lot of kids, man. I got a whole lot of kids, and they're always yeah. And then the friends they start chiming in like, yeah, you gotta bring us. And that's her speaking in Dad's age. You gotta bring us some more for this and that, and you gotta go get loaves of bread, and you gotta find sewing needles. You worthless piece of shit. And I'm not really about that whole lifestyle, man. And a guy like you coming here and just doing something nice. I mean, you didn't throw me in any shit. You didn't toss me in a well. You didn't kick me and beat me up. So I mean, I don't know, man. It's not really what I'm used to. So you have to forgive me if
Oh,
I
that's
seem a
okay.
little, questionable here. But I
I
kind
say
of
I
in
promise I don't want
Pogonese.
anything from you.
I say in Pogonese, like, is he okay?
Yeah, man, I speak that too, man. I know.
Are
Let
you
me ask
okay?
you, Nick. Mihon Gi are like unheard of in this region, right?
Yeah,
So I have no
yeah,
idea. I just think he's probably afraid. And
Yeah.
yeah,
hey,
probably.
you got any sisters, man? I mean, and I start speaking to you in Dazazes.
I do like that neck crane, like the.
So I started
Like
talking
I
to you
don't.
like real slow, like, do you have any sisters?
I just sort of like shake my head and I
Oh
repeat
man, look how rude this
Pogonese.
guy is.
I don't understand you. Do you?
What'd you say your name was? Bowl? Bowl. Look how rude this guy is. Man,
I don't even know what you're
uh,
saying there.
huh?
What,
I
what
was
was that?
talking
That's a
about his
Z?
sisters, man, and he don't even say nothing back.
I thought you
Oh.
didn't know him.
I just asked him a question.
I did not understand the language that you used.
I just used your language. Oh, what the hell's wrong with your teeth, man? What the hell? I like to look at your teeth, like all confused as you talk. Like,
Yep.
And I start rubbing my eyes, like, oh, I'm just hallucinating. That's happened before.
The proprietor of the tavern, I believe you are staying in Plinio Ipaba,
Me?
had asked.
I can't afford a tavern, man.
No. The proprietor had asked for us to bring you out.
Yeah, he does that. He's the son of a whore, that guy.
What do you mean?
I mean, you think I raped his mom the way he treats me? I mean, come on. You know, all the festivity. You know how much food they had to order after I made them throw all their food all around? I mean, that's really all it takes is a couple sweeps of the brew. You know what I'm saying, Bo? It's no kind of gratitude, I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, I suppose so. I actually had to help clean up that mess.
Yeah,
but,
you know, it wasn't that bad.
No, I guess not.
Men have to drink more when their drinks are on the floor. You get what I'm saying? What was your name there, Sunshine? I point at you.
My name is Jazili.
God, that's. Well, I was, I'm like a town drunk, and kind of like, a lovable character that's, not, man, I don't mean no harm to nobody, unless you come and you try to bother me, and I might, give you one of the chops, maybe 3 of the chops. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Take your time.
I'm gonna call you Sunshine. I'm gonna call you Sunshine. I can't. I just know I'm getting that name right, bro. Exactly what I'm just. This cup shattered.
I'll give you some time to recover, and once you are fit to walk on your own feet, then you will be on our way.
No, hey man, I'm sure we can find something going on. We go out and have a good time, we'll go find your sisters or something. And I look to you, Cole. The night is young. It's fine. There's always something to go. Always something to go to.
It is
unfortunately,
noon, my friend.
Yes, it's early enough, and I've overstayed my welcome to this town. I'm moving on.
Where are you going, man? I owe a lot of people. I owe a lot of people a lot of stuff, and I ain't gonna get half the stuff I owe half the people. Where are you going, man?
West, wherever that brings me.
That's a large area, man. West, like I thought maybe something more specific, like I don't know, a certain road, maybe like. But yeah, West.
I'm not very familiar with the area, unfortunately, so I find out where my next location is on the road usually.
So you're just gonna wander off in the wilderness? No, I get it. That seems smart. Yeah.
I would voice my concern for you. What was your name again? Satyr.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of people just call me Satyr. Or, you piece of shit Satyr, or you cockheaded Satyr, or stop fucking my wife Satyr. I answered all those. Trust me, pretty quickly too. But some people call me Zeno. I mean, some people just call me X. You know, I mean, whatever. I mean, that's that's how I sign it, like that way. You know, or is
Oh,
it
I
this
see.
way? Well,
I
however you
don't.
make an X, man.
I don't wish to disrespect you, so I'll call you Zeno.
Well, I mean, whatever, man. I'm not really hoity-toity. You know, I'm just, no, I'm just folks. I'm just normal folks, man.
What I was referring to before, Zeno, is I
Yeah.
believe the proprietor of the tavern. Well, I'm sure you know him well.
Oh yeah. No, he's a pig fucker. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Mr. Ipaba would appreciate
Look, man.
talking about that.
Yeah, you're out here on the road, so I don't know how you appreciate him, but he fucks pigs. His dad fucked pigs. Both of his sons are both pig fuckers. They fuck pigs. I've seen them out there. They slap that ham and they just go to town. They fuck pigs, man, and that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I haven't tried it myself, but it's fucking gross.
Why would you do such? Why would anyone do such a thing?
I mean, boredom. You know, it does a lot.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Ugh, my head.
How are you feeling?
Well, like an optolang stepped on my head. That's about how I'm feeling.
I've been meaning to ask. This is not the first time that I've seen your people in this situation. Is this common for you as well?
What, are you just saying that all satyrs are a bunch of drunks? You just saying we ain't like you, Sunshine? We're just optolang droppings? Is that what you're saying about satyrs?
Well, I spend a lot of time in tavern.
I mean, I ain't saying he's wrong. I was just asking because I'm kind of drunk. Just trying to make sure I understand, you know, the field here we're talking about.
Well, I am a bard. I'm a practiced minstrel.
I don't know what that means, man.
And I play music.
Oh yeah. No, I know how to play music, man. Oh yeah. No, we know all about music. You know, I got like a pipe. I had one. I got stolen. I don't even know who took. Probably some kid. Probably some kid just took it off me when I was drunk and passed out in the middle of the street with your boss, the pig fucker or one of his pig fucking sons, dragged me out to the thoroughfare and just left me there in the hot sun, just stinking my own piss and alcohol, and somebody dropped some soup on my head that day, and some kid just come and took it. Fucking kid.
You leave yourself vulnerable there. It's almost asking for trouble. And Mr. Ipaba, he is no longer my boss in any case.
That's good for you, man.
Well, it is. Unfortunately, I share the same fate in that manner. Patron of the arts, they come and go, I guess. You had said something about knowing a bit of music yourself. I've spoken to some satyrs before about. Do you happen to know the Dancer's Fire or Velour Spa?
Yeah. I know that one. Sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hold on. That's what you're talking about, right?
No, but
I think it is, man. I think like you got confused.
It is no matter. No matter. Do you live here? Do you happen to have a homestead here?
Live, man. I just wake up wherever, man. You know, I mean, a lot of times somebody else's house. I mean, that's fine by me. You know.
Sometimes you wake up here.
Oh, a lot of people, a lot of chickens, a lot of pairs of pants, a lot of rays of sunshine, like grain, barley, well, a lot of beers, a lot of ales, a lot of meads. You know, like a whole skep of honey. What else? I don't know. Somehow I owe somebody a cow. I don't know how that happens, but it did happen. So I owe a lot of people a lot of stuff. I think it's a lot.
How did
You understand what I'm saying?
how did that happen?
Well, sometimes I like to, drink, and I don't have any real money, and and sometimes, opium is expensive. That's just gambling, and then I gotta pay somebody off because they've seen something I've done, and I shouldn't have picked that pocket, but I did. So now I'm in a lot of trouble, man. I'm in deep to a lot of people, and it just feels kind of warm here,
It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I
telling
suppose you
me.
probably travel around a lot then. I assume you don't owe these cows and chickens and rays of sunshine in this town.
Man, I ain't paying nobody nothing, man. Unless they get a hold of me, I'm moving on to the next one. I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me. I put my left arm around you. I'm pretty strong. I kind of pull you in, like, yeah, we're the best of friends. No, Bull. Me and you in the dusty trail west. We'll go. Like it keeps getting colder, like the further west you go, right? Just making sure you know that, because I mean, you're human and all.
Well, yes, of course.
Have you
All
two
right,
heard
great,
of the Kingdom of Flame Dance? Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
Yes, I've actually was in Flame Dance most recently.
Oh, how was it?
Really much of the same. I wasn't as welcome there as I was here.
Well,
Same story and over, and I suppose that would be next town over again.
that is fine. I'm just curious. If I don't mind you accompanying us, if you would like, we will be traveling. Maybe we should give Zeno here a little bit more time to recover, maybe a few hours, and then we could set off
No,
for the
I'm
road.
fine. I'm fine.
As you three are sort of discussing on the wherever it is you deposited each other,
Yeah, just out like a public area.
just out and about. Zeno, you see this woman sort of storming down the thoroughfare. You know her well.
I do.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna grab Cole and kind of try to hide behind him, as improbable as that seems.
right. And
But yeah, I do grab you and start trying to hide behind you.
yeah, you've been crashing at her homestead for the past
Oh yeah, why not?
however long you've been here.
What type of person is she?
It's one of your many baby mamas. You've been
What is she? Frayne? Ogre? What are we talking
We're
here?
good. Roll 20.
Frayne.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Yeah, roll 20. Yeah, check it.
Okay. She's Frayne. Okay, I got you.
Uh,
Oh hell.
and obviously, your prodigious size and horns is to no avail. As Cole, you look around, you all see this woman just storming down with just blood. There's blood in her eyes, just storming down, coming to you, just like pushing, yelling at people, pushing people out of the way. You just hear the well, actually, you don't. Does anyone other than Zeno speak Dazazes? All right, so you don't hear it. You just it's the about school list. Zeno.
What's she say?
Screaming, hollering. Just as she's coming up on you. You. I knew I'd find you here. You lied to me again. You lied to me for the last time. You said you were going to find work. You're going to find work for us. As your son, you'll say, you want us to starve? You want us to starve? I believe give you my house. My husband's house. It's your...
Here. here, and I could come up like I was on the ground, like I'm hiding behind him, and I'm acting like I'd pick something here, and I start trying to hand her like 3 buttercups. I pulled them off the ground. Here, take these. You know, I saw them. I thought how beautiful you are. Oh, you know, you move
Shut
my
up,
heart and make it
Slap
beat.
out your hand. She just like
I'm
just
just
like-
finding a way. I'm
slapping
just
you,
finding a way to get
slapping
a lot of sunlight. Listen, calm down. I'm trying to get some sunlight, okay? I'm trying to get some
You get some
sunlight, all right?
sunlight?
We're going to part in the
You're drunk.
shadows.
You're drunk again. Like you always
No,
are.
no,
You
no,
always
no,
are. You
no.
tell me
I just
never
got hit
again.
in the face real hard. Look, see? I can show her how my lips split.
You got to do a fight again. Because you were-
Listen. This is a human, man. And you
Who
know
are these people?
humans got all the sunshine. He's hired me to be a guide. We're going to go, and I'm going to catch the sunshine right from him, and I'm bringing it back here, and we're going to be doing good. You understand? Look, and I
Do
go,
you over a cow or something? What's going on here?
yeah. Calm down. Just nod your head when I point at you, all right? And I put my arm around her and go, listen, you know you're the only one for me. I've always, you're such a deep bond, and I'm going to take care of you, making it right. Right now, with these associates, with this thing here, I forget what he said his name was, but he's one of your people. I just pointed to Miyake. He's a quality person. And he's a little slow. I think he got kicked in the head by an opter leg. He can't speak language right, but he's fine. And this one here is a human. I'm speaking in that's his age. And you know how much sunlight they catch. So he's got like serious sunlight. So we're gonna get that sunlight. We're bringing it back. The kids are gonna eat well. Trust me, I'll bring back needles. I'll bring back pants. I'll bring back cotton. I'll bring back flax. I'll bring back oils. I'll bring back spices. I'll bring back salt. Boom,
Every
boom,
time you
boom.
come back, you tell me the same thing, Zeno, and I've not seen anything. You want your child to go hungry.
Look, and I put my arm around, pull him in. I have her under one, him under another. Look, I got me a human. I told you I've been doing stuff.
And she starts switching to Pelganese, like, oh, that's right. She also speaks Pelganese. Oh, shit. Is this true that you hired this drunken lout to guide you anywhere?
Sir, please tell this woman I am not drunken. Did you or did you not see me get punched in the mouth by a burglar?
Yes, he was punched in the mouth. I've
Who are you?
seen that.
Who are you? I have not seen you before. Who are you? Who are you?
He's a
I've been
brave
working for Mr.
adventurer.
Igaba.
He's a brave
That's
adventurer. Okay.
Another drunken lout like the rest.
No, he doesn't even drink. He drinks that stuff. What is it called? It comes from cows, water. He drinks that.
Just like smells like the at least the booze and whatnot. That's at least on Cole because he's been washing shit and just gives just that look that she's got on that picture there. Just like fuck you. Just look. That has all the armor surpass on it.
I look at her like, listen. I'm gonna make good. We're gonna catch the sunlight. We're gonna be fine. Trust me. Just trust me. I've never done you wrong before.
You've done nothing but do wrong by me. I'm talking to you now. You tell me you hired this stupid man.
I look at you. I just look at you like you better fucking say yes.
What?
I'm intending on traveling, and I needed a companion.
He would help you with. Who are you? Who are the both of you? You'll tell me. I could smell. Do not think I cannot smell the alcohol on your everything.
Well, the alcohol. It wasn't. Oh no! You must understand. I was cleaning tankards, and I've not had a sip.
Cleaning tankards. Is this how you will pay for me and your son? Is this cleaning plates and spoons?
Now you know I ain't never done nothing like that in my life.
That's for sure. You have not. You said you were going to the mill. You were going to speak to the miller. You were going to get the job there. You were going to do a trade. All these things you say you can do. All these things, these craps.
Actually, if I could just correct you for just a minute, Sweetness. You said I was going to go to the mill. Like you said it a whole bunch of times. I was like trying to explain I wasn't going to do that, and you kept saying you're going to the mill, and I said no, it's just not going to happen. Look, we got a line on it. It's fine. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna breeze. I'm gonna breeze back. Bam, the sunlight. It's gonna be right. Just give me a little time. It'll be fine.
And she just turns to you, Gisele, just starts poking you. It's like just demanding just answers for questions. Speaking in Pelganese. Well, she starts speaking in Dazazes, actually, I guess, to you first. Like, then like, it's like,
I'm just very like patiently, and I just like try to bat her hand away like very patiently. I just. I think it is best that we all calm ourselves down here. There's obviously something between you and I gesture to Zeno.
and as
It is best you have your questions for them.
Yeah, we got kids, man. Like kids, you know.
Oh, is this?
Yeah.
I kind of like look confused at that, and then like my eyes go wide, like oh, but I don't say anything. And then I look down at I look at the frame, and I just smile, like it's a very warm smile. You just see the fangs. It's like
it's just like that. She doesn't like catches her by surprise for a sec, because your kind are not common here. As like she's like, what? Like, am I seeing kind of like what Zeno did? And then like her eyes go wide, and she doesn't even. She's just too stunned. Just, you know.
I am very happy for you.
And like she just sort of backs away a bit and just looks utterly enraged at you, Zeno, for reasons you perhaps don't even understand in your booze and possibly drug-addled mind. She's just pointing sort of between the two of you, just unable to.
She's mad about the same thing she was mad about. No, calm down. Look, Buttercup, calm down. I got it. Look, don't blow. I'm not speaking Dazazes. Don't blow it. I got a human here, and they got all the sunshine. I'm gonna bring it back like butter. Don't worry about it.
Get away from him! Get away from him! Do not. As she's talking Dazazes, she's trying to
She's clearly pointing at Lou's character.
At Lou's character, and her tone just immediately changes like on a dime, as she's all over you, like trying to get you away from this red-haired.
Right, so we're cowering back like Macho Man and Elizabeth. I'm like behind her. I'm like, oh, what's going on? I don't understand.
You stay away from him. Stay away from him. He's providing for me and our son together. You will not have him.
Well, what's
so
happening?
Just going
Very
off,
confused.
and she's like, again, like she was all angry at you, and now she's like all over you, like half trying to protect you and half sort of like getting up on you, like asking you to her body language, you to protect her, and that she doesn't understand, explaining what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like you have responsibilities here that I wasn't aware of.
I have a lot of responsibilities. So yeah, I gotta go with Bull. It was Bull, right?
Belva.
Cole.
Bull. Yeah.
She
What?
just assumes you're talking about her. That's her name, Belva.
No, not you. I know what your name is. No, with this the human. I gotta go. Look, we're gonna make the money.
Well, I can't stay here and make money with you. I have to be on my way. This right here is much more trouble than I need to be into.
Look, I told you I was in a lot of trouble from the beginning, so I don't want to hear any of that from you.
No, I do think Gisele and I probably should be on our way before this invites any more
I'm like,
trouble.
you're blowing it for me. I was gonna get all the sunshine.
Some Mihangi.
I don't know what that. No, his name is Bull.
No.
What?
No.
Mihaki. That sounds familiar, but I don't know.
They eat us. They eat us. Baby,
They eat
come
us?
away. Come away. Come away. Let's go home. Let's go away from this place.
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
She's just pulling you let's go home. Let's get away from these.
So I'm standing there, not, for the way they describe their characters, not at all intimidated by them, but so that doesn't even occur to me. I'm just like very confused by what's going on here. Like in a groggy, still half asleep because I have a deep sleeper, and I'm half drunk too. So I'm like, and then there's the two of them, and I'm trying to extricate myself and get away, and I'm very confused. Like, wait, you need to put Buttercup, look, calm down.
I am calm.
I got everything. That's good. That's good. That's a good place to be. Retta X, and all that. You got to keep it, right here. And that's fine. So you calm down. You take care of the kid, and I'm gonna go out and have like legendary adventures of like sunshine, and I'll probably I don't know, fight a bear or something, and then we'll come back and we're gonna have all kinds of trade goods. Like I'll probably be catching like chickens and digging up potatoes. So it's gonna be a lot that's just gonna happen. Trust me on that.
It's dangerous out there. Where will you can't be thinking you're going with these?
Now look at this! I put the big bicep. I just flex it. It's be dangerous for you when it bothers me and my man Bull and this strange thing over here. I take care of us and myself just like I take care of you, baby. You know who the big man is. You know who the bad man is. And just don't worry about nothing because I got everything under control.
She's just shooting daggers at Jazili.
Jazili, this Rain here, she's bringing a lot of attention all around us.
Yeah, there's more people. There's like a crowd sort of gathering now.
You and I should probably get out of here before we're ran out.
Yes,
Violence quickly.
Share your words with Zeno.
All right.
I say it like I get my thing.
My love, my sweet, my pumping heart, my lavender colored sky. Just bring it down, calm it down, bring it in. Let me see a grin. Let me see that beautiful smile. And I pull her in and start hugging her. Let me see it. I got to see that smile. I want to see you glow. Glow for me. Come on, glow. Glow.
She smiles and that glow.
This kind of special thing she likes, from sort of half massaging her back by turning my arms in like this and kind of juggling her up and down. Come on, see that glow.
Zeno, Jazili and I, we have to go. These men all around here, they're going to be in violence pretty soon if we're not gone soon.
I like half of them. I like half of them chickens, so just calm down.
Okay, then you probably want to get out of here too.
I do, but hold on. Then I'll lean in and I'll give her a big kiss and say, I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll bring it home to potatoes.
Wait. It was 3 cycles since
you... Soon. Really soon. I got to go work. Like, this is my mill. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and she sort of but then that satyr charm. Look at that face.
Let's give her the big grin, the big smile.
As she is capitulated by your satyr charms, although she still gives untrusting glares at the human and particularly at Jazili.
So I'll turn and kind of get them off onto the road. Come on, guys. I mean, you really don't have any idea how much I owe these people. It's just kind of ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, okay. And I turn around and kind of bow, like trying to give as much respect as possible as put my hand on your back there, Zeno, and try to hurry you on up a little bit. Want to get out of here quick.
Yeah, that feels good. Just kind of rub it up and down a little bit there.
All right, that's enough for you.
It'll be enough for you in a few minutes.
You're not planning on coming back, are you?
You're funny.
All right. I know we had said inside of the, when we were still in the town, but we should probably be actually heading on over east. I don't like it when people know where I'm going next.
East,
so if
west.
they overheard us, then they're gonna look in the wrong direction.
That sounds great. East is warmer, so that seems good because I don't have any clothes.
Yeah, I'm well aware of how cold it is right around Niflheim. I had to pass through it in the past
Shall
couple
we
of
go
cycles.
east then?
Yeah, your life sucks as much as mine.
Well, it used to be worse, I assure you.
Do either of you have any Optolines or carriages
Man, I don't
that
own
we have to
anything.
gather?
Optilegs. Look at this guy. Look at this guy talking about Optilegs. Man, I don't even have a pot to piss in, man. If I piss, they'd probably come and take that too. Say, oh, I owe the city this and that for brawling or breaking some table or chair, putting somebody to the barber, you know. Optileg. Man, you're funny, man. You know, that's what you should do. You should you should become like a fool to some sort of king. Those jokes are hysterical.
That's
You
the
have an
first time
Optileg.
This is the first time I've been called that.
Well, no, unfortunately, I don't have access to an animal either. When I did, I had to sell it when I got back to warmer lands.
Do either of you have any trade?
I used to keep peace when I lived back in Bale, but I've long since had to sell my sword too.
I just told you I don't have anything, man. I don't even have a pot. I don't have a pot. I don't have a crock pot. I don't have a chamber pot. I don't have anything, man. I got nothing. I don't even have clothes. Usually walking around all fancy with your clothes, trying to show off. I go, oh, you an Optilang? You got any trade? To me, I'm rich. I'm a rich Freying, so with creepy looking teeth.
Well, I've moved out on the road long enough that I know how to take care of myself, and I'm sure I can sustain us all for some time, for however long it takes us to make it to a new town.
Well, you seem to be quite a strapping young lad, so I feel that you will find work the next place we go. You'll have
Well,
no
little by
problem.
little, I try and save more and more. Maybe in the next town, I'll have saved up enough to afford to buy myself a new blade.
And to answer, to give you some clarity, Zeno, I am not a Freyin. I
Not.
am Mihangi. It
Oh,
is an
yeah, she said
older.
that word.
Yes, it is.
I can't
She
remember what
is.
it means though. It's like on the tip of my brain.
Yes, we are
Oh, that's why you were
old.
calling him Sunshine.
I thought he was a Freying.
No, I'm not. I would suggest, though, if you meet another of my kind in your lifetime, that you do not refer to them as Freyin. They might not take it as I have.
Oh, I mean, I didn't mean any offense, man. I just thought you were Freying.
It is no worry.
I've
You do
never
not
seen.
travel these lands with a thin skin.
I've never seen a Mihangi. Did I say that right?
Yes.
I never seen a Mihangi before. I just thought she was like Freying. That this looked really weird. Then I saw those teeth, and I was like, that's not right.
Do they unsettle you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to pull out and go inside there if you understand what I'm saying. It must be terrible. Oh, and I just look at Nicole, it's like shake my head. Oh, terrible.
But you did not answer, Zeno. Do you have any trade?
I mean, I thought I answered that about 9 times. So I don't know how else to tell you. I don't have anything. I don't have pants. I don't have a shirt. They took my dad's chains. They took my vest. They took
No,
I
these
had a
are
walking stick. They took that too. They took my flute. Some kid took it, I bet. And you know, they just take everything. They steal from me.
no, these are no material things. Do you know how to make something?
Oh yeah. No, I know how to make a lot of things.
Clothing? Do you
Oh
farm?
yeah, sure. Yeah, I know how to farm. Yeah.
Oh. Then I'm sure that you'll find work as a farmhand in the next town.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will.
And perhaps if on the way, if I do manage to find a good piece of oak, maybe I'll give you a gift.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Oak, that's what I need to fix all the problems in my life.
No, 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 no. You play the flute,
Stick.
yes? You play
Huh?
the flute?
I just look at you completely bewildered for a moment. I go, "Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I play the flute. Yeah, 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 sure,
Yes.
sure."
I do hope I be able to make something for you, something to make your travels a bit lighter.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But
And well, for as long as
by the look
we're all
of
together, you
Port
might.
Mazda, it seems as though we have perhaps 13 hours of daylight from now. So I would suggest get some food for the road, some drink, a water skin or so, and then be on our way. Have any of you joined a caravan before?
Yeah. Yes, back when I was traveling from trade towards Cold Cave.
Where is that?
It's in Niflund and west of Niflund. This is several cycles ago, and I was still on my way traveling to these lands.
I just look at you and just sort of shrug.
But back then, I had a sword to sell. I was able to offer my services as protection. Don't have that option now.
Everyone needs protection in this world. I'm sure you'll be fine.
So as you are all discussing with increasing rapidity the urgency of your departure from this this village, the scene changes as you make your way, perhaps using what remnants of coins you were able to scrounge from this place to perhaps purchase some small traveling accoutrements if you wish. But I'm going to ask, I mean, two of you are not from here at all. Jazili, you traveled through several of the Palatinates on your way to this place. Zeno, you are familiar, being a rover and a carouser. So you are familiar with these lands. If there's anywhere in particular or any direction you would wish to go, or any questions you would like to ask, certainly you would possibly be aware of certain things.
Cool. Well, where was it you wanted to go now? To the east or like somewhere specific?
To be honest, I don't know specifics of anywhere around here. So yes. Where's the next town? Do you know?
How far would the next town be in any direction there, Nick?
The next town would probably be a few days travel away from here. To get to a different city state, a different Palatinate, possibly maybe a chain.
Well, I mean, it could be like, depending on where you really want to go. You're going to go someplace big. I mean, it might take us, I don't know, maybe a chain, depending on how fast you guys can move. I mean,
Yeah, I can travel fairly quickly, and yes, I'd prefer to find a town that's perhaps big enough for me. These little ones here, everyone gets to know you, and then suddenly they want you to leave.
why do they want you to leave? You steal a bunch of stuff?
No, it's because of my birth. You understand, the humans, they take pride in their names, but I was born a bastard and therefore did not inherit a name.
Bastard? What's that mean?
My mother was unwed when when she can see me.
Wait, that's a problem for you people? You know how many kids I have? Marriage, man. Man, there ain't no saint or marrying nobody that's worth a damn. Wait, yeah, man, that's that's the rub right there, brother.
Well, no, unfortunately, yes, the humans and the Pilgrim religion, they take this very seriously.
You're
Well, I
not.
mean, my parents weren't married.
You're not married with the Frey woman.
Man, I got like about 7 or 8 others just like her running around screaming at me when they run into me. Oh, give me money. Oh no, your kids need to eat. I mean, that happens like 3 or 4 times a day to me, my friend.
Oh,
Well, then we should probably, I guess, avoid any towns you might have other
Yeah,
non-wives in.
probably. I mean, I got like I told you, I got like 18 kids. I don't know if you thought it was a joke or. I mean, it sounds funny, I guess. You think about
I mean,
it. But yeah.
you sound prone to exaggeration. Yeah, I actually didn't.
No. I'm very, very non-exaggerative sort of person. I just kind of drunk, so it's making you think that I'm like being silly. When in fact, like, yeah, they do want money, and like they want trade goods, and like, oh, what you got to trade? Oh, why don't you just give me some of it? And they're like, well, I won't have nothing to trade then. And they're like, oh, well, you got pants. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I kind of have pants at least like one cycle out of every dozen cycles. Like, no, you got to trade your pants for some chickens or some barley. Or I mean, they're always just talking. Oh man, it's ridiculous.
I've heard this. I've known a few of your kin that have the same pattern. It must be difficult for you, or do you have a very large heart? All these women.
A heart. Well, I got something that's very large. I don't know if that is my heart though. Oh man, I remember now. Oh, and then I start backing away from Lou and looking at you like with wide eyes. Cole, come over here real quick. Let us
Just look kind of like confused.
Oh, look,
Yeah, okay.
there's clouds. Those clouds are,
Huh?
you know, those are spirits that are flying. You look at no, not you, Cole. You come here.
Gentle
You
dose,
look
yes.
up there in the
Wait.
clouds.
Like I look at you when you're
start
saying
pointing
that,
back.
and I
Yeah,
kind of
look.
like I exhale a bit, as if like this is a notable response that I've
Yeah.
gotten perhaps before. But I just patiently just wait there and I look away, and I
So
give
I'm
you
gonna
two
pull
some
you away.
privacy.
Oh, I remember now, man. Like, okay, look, I'll be honest with you. I was really, really drunk when you pulled me up, and I was really tired too. So I was like tired and drunk, and then she was like, da, 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 da. But then she said something. She said, "Me on key, man." And that thing said it was, and I remember now what that means. They're people eaters. They eat people, man, and not like in a I'm really mad and gonna rape you kind of ogre way. Like I've seen that, but they just like they like blood, man. He's gonna wait till we go to sleep and cut us like with his teeth
I
and
don't
drink
know.
all of our blood.
I think that might be a myth. He
Look at his
seems
teeth.
completely fine. Now, I've heard these stories about people eating too, but I've heard lots of stories about lots of horrors, especially about all the lands east of Niflheim, and none of them have held up.
Hey, just keep looking at the clouds. Man, I try to tell you, Miyagi means people eater. That's what it means. Wolf. That's what the word means in Dazazays. It means wolf. Those are mean son of bitches too. And that's what he is, a damn wolf. Ulver. That's what they call him.
Well, again, he seems harmless.
It's funny
I
when you
think
say
they-
that word, like I'm far
No.
away, but you
Oh,
see me
yeah.
like kind of turn towards you.
Oh
You see,
shit!
like,
He can
like I
hear
look-
us.
I
Oh,
kinda turn away.
everything's nice, and I'm waving to you. Oh look, there's a new cloud. Oh, it's coming right at us.
And I kind of like eye roll a bit, but I just patiently wait.
Yeah. Look, see, he's sitting there thinking about eating us. I mean, he's gonna start with you. I mean, look at you. You look delicious. I mean, I don't even like to eat meat, but I mean, come on. You're not gonna eat me first. He's gonna eat you. You're gonna wake up without your arm, or maybe your leg.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, perhaps we'll you and me take turns staying awake and making sure
Man,
that
I
he
can't
doesn't
do
eat-
that, man. I'm gonna be out like really fast. I didn't get that much sleep anyway. So Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna eat us. Maybe we
All right,
should
well-
pick something up and hit him with it.
If they're anything like Frains, then they'll need many hours of trance in order to rest. You can,
I don't know. He said he wanted Frayne. I thought it wasn't first. He's.
but they're kind of similar, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I know they eat people. I
I've
remember
only
that.
heard rumors. He doesn't look
But
like one.
ogres
He
are
doesn't look
different. Look, my dad's an ogre. I can tell you ogres are different. Like, you know, he comes in and like, yeah, I'm gonna eat a bunch of people. But like that's only when he's really mad or like wants to play Skullhead. You know, Skullhead. He gets
Skullhead,
crazy
oh.
during like, you know, Skullhead time. It's all moo, yeah. And whatever. And my mom would always be like, oh, shut up. I don't hear about Skullhead anymore. You and your friends are pieces off the leg dog. And I'm like, hey, that's my dad. And she's like, you don't even know your dad. I'm like, oh, that's true. But
Wait, I
anyway,
don't understand. You said your dad's an ogre, but
Yeah.
you're a satyr.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
What are you saying? Your mother was a satyr?
Yeah. They say like Satixis, but yeah, that's right. So she's
No,
like,
there are no
you know,
lady satyrs.
oh man, my mom, she's ever says she's really hot too. I mean, there are. It's just, you know, like you didn't know about it because like you're
All right,
trying
no,
to,
that's ridiculous.
you know. No,
Okay,
that's
I know, I get it. The both of you here are kind of crazy.
what? I'm not crazy, man. You can't call me that.
Oh, come on! You're telling me about lady satyrs. Now you're also
Yeah.
telling me about
I mean, I guess you could call them later.
Mihangis eating people.
He eats people. Hey,
You're just
what do you
making up
like to
stories
eat?
here.
You settle this for us. What do you like to eat?
You see me kind of turn and look at you, and like I kind of like, and I fish for something. And I just sort of shrug as I like hold up a bag, like a satchel,
There's somebody's hearts in that, man.
and then I just
Well, then they're not our hearts, and I think we're fine.
Well, all right, man. Look, I'm done.
Are
There's
you
some
done?
people say, huh?
Are you done?
Hi. No, I'm just saying, man, we're gonna watch him, and if he gets out of line, we hit him with a rock.
Okay, I mean, I'll just take out my dagger or something instead, or
Oh, you got a
bash his head
dagger?
open with my shield, or
Oh,
it's right here.
oh, I look all like I look super impressed.
How do you think I keep this face so clean?
Oh, I never bothered guarding that. Huh. That's nice. That's nice. Wow, what is this? Was that iron?
Yeah, just a basic standard issue iron dagger from Vale City Guard.
Trust me, you know, Buttercup, don't ever bring that around her. She's gonna go to this whole big like, what is it called? A diatribe about how iron and this and that, and then she's gonna talk about the stumpies, and then iron, and then blah blah blah. You don't want to hear that. Just keep the iron away. Like she doesn't stop. Just that was very light what you saw today.
Well, I don't plan on returning to Kieran, so I don't think I have to.
I mean, all of them
worry
are
about
like that, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready to move
luckily,
on?
All right, then. Let's go and move
yeah, I guess
on.
we can.
I yell over at you.
I should note, like
Okay.
I got like a back over my, like I got a little backpack. I got a bow, sort of over my sort of shoulder kind of deal, and I got like little pockets here and there. And as you can see in the image there, a nice little hooded, cowled cloak. It's not drawn over. It's just let my red hair blare, I guess, blare it out. But it's a warm day. Now, would I know what day this is, Nick? Or can I do like an academics or something to? I just want to know like how much light this day would have or something. I can roll for that or something.
Would that be something you would have tried to keep track of? Because I know you're fairly academic. No, it's fine. You're aware. I mean, today is right. Today is day 55.
55.
Sorry, 55.
Okay.
perhaps a bit less than 13 hours, but
Yeah, and I just
several
join,
hours flight.
continue just like quietly walking, making our way on over. To the nearest, I guess,
Yeah. So as the
neighboring
scene
town.
changes, for my understanding, were you just going to
Just going
whatever
to
the
a
next
neighboring
town
town.
is, or was Zeno? Did you have any particular interest in avoiding certain places, or to go to a different
No, I want to take us to this next big citadel, if you will, this metropolis.
Okay, so probably the closest and the largest
Mhm.
city would be the capital of this state, as each of the 7 realms of Suvla Vale each have a capital, essentially, where the Margrave ostensibly rules over.
Mhm.
So there's 7 capitals, and there's sort of the imperial city where the Grand Prince holds his court, such as it is.
And we're only a little south of the Blue Ocean, am I right?
No, we're really.
I mean,
south.
all things
Really
considered,
far
like,
south of it?
yes, but like it's a very long while. You're not like on the outskirts. You're not on the foothills of the Blue Ocean. You're kind of on the northern border of the Whispering Wood.
Oh, I see.
So you're pretty ways away from the Blue Ocean. But that capital city is, you would know, it's maybe perhaps about 4 days, 5 days, depending. Triadano, which, as you would know, although perhaps don't care, but named for the actual Margrave of Marina, Triadano Neptawi. But that would be the largest city and the closest, to be sure. So, as
Okay.
that scene closes, and after many days of travel, perhaps somewhat arduous. I don't know if any of you, well, I guess you're all rovers in your own way. Each of you have traveled far, or travel as part of your lifestyle, as a matter of necessity, as the case may be. The scene opens up again. 5 days. So day 6, the opening up, as you make your way to the capital of Marina. It is to the northeast of where you were, of Kirin, of the town of Kirin. This community, again, for Cole, still nothing at all like Bale, but certainly far more. It's a small city, shall we say? Perhaps a few thousand people living in this place, and this is kind of the sort of land, moving northeast, getting closer to the mountains to the east. Things are a bit hillier, a bit craggier. Nothing resembling valleys or gorges of the like, but just more uneven kind of topography. And you could see as you move forward, the stone structures, public buildings perched on top of the several hills of Triadano. The much larger gates, no simple wooden palisades, but more proper actual walls and gates. Still with kind of wood, kind of gangways and entrenchments on top of it. This sort of dirt stone wall around the place. If you can imagine, like a ditch, and then that earth had been built up and reinforced with some simple stonework can be seen. But as you enter this place, the gates are open, and a very different atmosphere to Kirin, as there's clearly some kind of festival being prepared, not going on, but there are banners set up, ribbons, and there's a lot of activity, more so than one might even imagine for what, at least what you have seen of this region. And I don't know if you're, well, being a satyr, I imagine, I don't know if you would even keep track of these things, or if every day is just a drunken haze for you and you don't even care about whether you want to make a roll or not.
Festivals are always amazing to me.
Always amazing.
I do have streetwise.
How do you roll me streetwise?
I will.
You've been to many places.
I'll go to some more too. All right, let me see here. Oops. Oh wow! Look at that. I rolled an 8.
Look at that.
Let me reroll that. It's my first roll of the game. That's quite nice. Let me reroll. Oh, and of course. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So I rolled a 4. Okay, I rolled it a bunch of times accidentally. All right, so that's a 4. So that's 19, 20.
Okay. Yeah, you certainly know what this is. In fact, maybe you've even attended this feast, this festival before. Although who can really remember? But this, you remember, this is the Festival of Voices. This is a celebration that happens once every 6 cycles. It commemorates a battle, essentially, during the War of Lost Sons, where not too far from here there was a larger battle where there was for your understanding, there was some mysticism involved, some famous cleric that was defending Souvlevale, defending Marina, used some strange song of potency and drove back the enemy and saved the nearby town from would have certainly been utter ruin, as was the tendency in that war. And so this is a big sort of positive celebration. It's not one of mourning, of like commemorating like death or something like that. This is a victory, and one that encourages a lot of, as you might imagine, singing, a lot of chanting, a lot of telling of stories, a lot of music and that kind of deal. Not like a bacchanalia, just sort of like a song and dance kind of a situation. Colorful ribbons and the heraldry of Marina and of Souvlevale being sort of hung up. And at this point, it's common. There's the Marina Drake. It's a kind of like the groundhog. If it's a drake, a male duck. That's the emblem. It's like the actual animal of the Palatinate of Marina. And there is a duck, like there is the groundhog, that is sort of carted out and sort of paraded around the main square as sort of songs of exultation and victory are told as part of the opening of this ceremony. It's kind of funny.
We're friends. Seems we've come here at the right time. We have the Festival of Voices is going on now. It's an old festival they have here, but it commemorates a lot of these old battles. They're real historical sort of people. But they got the Drake. It's not going to be the wildest party you've ever been to, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be a fun time. There's going to be dancing and food and all sorts of stuff. So I guess we prepare to enter in this way. I put my arms up.
Oh, I see. It it does not seem to have begun. Not the preparations here. Perhaps this is a good time for the both of you to try to get a bit of pay, a job.
Yeah, it looks like they might still need help around here, and once it starts up, maybe you'll be able to sell some of that voice.
Job. I look horrified. Oh yeah, right, yeah, job, yeah, sure.
Something to your liking.
Yeah, no.
Hauling barrels. You know.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds great. Barrels, yeah, definitely what I like to do.
Well, I just suggested that because you seem to be quite a capable individual.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate that. Appreciate you assuming my capabilities are, hauling barrels. So yeah, it's really nice. Appreciate that.
Well, you did not tell me anything otherwise, so.
I know, no, it's very nice of you. Is what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
And like I kind of pause and I'm looking at you, like it's kind of obvious that like, yeah, you fuck play with me, like that kind of thing. But I don't say anything further. Have you been here before, Cole? I take it this is your first time then.
Yeah, still the furthest out east I've ever been.
Then we are at your mercies, you know.
One celebration seems much like another. I've helped prepare much larger festivals back in Bale.
Well, I will be going around, looking around some of the taverns here, maybe some patrons. Perhaps I can peddle my own wares. And it was nice traveling with the lot of you.
Yes, this is good traveling with you too. Perhaps we'll see each other around the city.
I'm sure we will. But if I may say anything, Cole, I feel it is best. You are moving quite quickly. Perhaps it is best for the both of you to not prematurely leave the festival. Take some time, relax, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your lives.
I'll want to stay as long as I'm welcome. I mean, should be told, I'm busy here, really just looking for a new home.
Ah, and I hope that you will find.
If I could earn enough coin here to get myself a blade and help out with the defense of this little city, that'd be I think I could make a nice little life for myself here.
You want to join the watch? That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
Admiral.
that would do.
Huh.
They'd have to have me first, and I'd have to be welcome in a city or town for long enough.
No, I mean, that's great. A constable, yes. I mean, love constables.
I very formally, kind of bid the both of you. Like,
all right, Giselle, it was really nice to travel with you. I hope that you do very well here. And, your music, I'm sure, is very well appreciated here. I appreciate on the road, all the fine music you shared with us is very nice, very touching to my very soul, and I appreciate that.
you see me kind of.
Yeah, perhaps I'll come by to wherever you're working next and take a listen.
I just sort of nod, not quietly. I don't say anything further. I don't quietly leave. But as a note, on the 5 days of travel, yes, you would have, I would have played the violin, and I would have been very respectful to the both of you. Like, if you didn't like it or didn't like the song, I would just stop. But there would be things that you would also notice. Jazili, every time for those 5 days at sunset, you'd see him kind of in like a meditative sort of trance. Like he'll sit down and like he has some like copper necklace that he'll have in his hand, kind of thing. And some sort of weird religious man, an obvious sort of religious prayer or something. But that would have been a thing you two would have seen.
I'm going to start looking in terms of for other satyrs, Nick.
Okay.
I want to see what the population looks like here.
Okay. So as you taking a case, and you've been here before, so you kind of know where certain people tend to hang out. You know, kind of the lay of the land a little bit. So why don't you give me another streetwise, if you will?
I will.
If you would.
I will, and even if I won't, I will.
And
Oh, look at that! Another 8.
Yeah.
Can't stop rolling 8s.
oh shit.
I gotta do it.
And Gisele will
Oh, I
be.
can't stop with these 8s. Oh,
Holy shit.
oh, Jesus, bro! I rolled all the 8s. That's
Wow.
30,
All right.
32.
All right.
So I know everything, bro.
Yeah. I guess
32. That's a
you've
staggering.
been here a
success.
lot. I guess. I
Yeah.
guess you've been here a lot. Yeah. So I mean, you know exactly.
I'm gonna go find the
ahead.
girl to stay with. That's definitely that's my beeline. And
Okay.
I'll actually extend some help. Hey, Cole, why don't you come with me? You know, I know you have anything in your name, you know, except that knife. It's a nice knife, but why don't you come with me? I know a nice little lass probably put us up for a couple nights. You know, I just take care of everything. Probably cook us a couple meals. You're an alright guy. Why don't you let me help you out a little bit?
No, I appreciate that, but I'd prefer to find my own way. I know I can help out with some of these preparations here.
Look, my friend, you can go and then have what you need on another night. But now let me do this for you. Let me, extend my hospitality to you. It's no problem at all.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I can take a one night to
Take a little stress off.
relax more. Yeah, you know what? I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course. You just come on with me. We're gonna find her. So, I don't know, probably some fraying girl that
Yeah, this is one of your
here
one
that I
of
may
the-
or
one of the
may not
ladies
have
you have in
kids
every
with. Who
city.
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, dude, with the 30.
Yeah, of course you
Two or
know.
whatever
Absolutely, you do. You
I
tell
mean,
me
I
what.
definitely got somebody here.
You sure do.
Yeah.
Perhaps more than that. All right.
Yeah, probably.
So you're doing that. We'll get to that real quick.
Sure.
What is Gisele doing? We're trying to do.
Well, this is a great time. Gisele
Mhm.
sees this as a great time to try to get a set in. Going through, it's a big place, looking at taverns, or just big gatherings of people. Just trying to essentially gather some sort of information. Who's looking for work? Hi, I'm a traveling bard. I know, and like for someone that knows something about music, like I'll
Mhm.
make sure like I convey that by sort of going over some songs that I know from these bards or from this land, whatever. Just sort of like selling myself essentially.
Yeah, you definitely can do that. Although, why don't you make me a streetwise as well, just to see how you do? That's certainly a thing you absolutely will be able to do, regardless.
Got
Yes,
a
it's good
12.
Okay, so yeah, you
I
did
have
not.
no
You
grades in streetwise,
didn't, okay,
but
and you
I
didn't.
am,
You didn't travel through this place before, but yeah, it's
No.
preparing for a festival. So, okay, we'll get
but that's what I
back.
do.
But as why don't you quickly take away the scene as you are clearly the guide par excellence of the city of Triadano, as you just pointing out names of things like, yeah, I ate there before, that guy's a piece of trash.
Yeah, I mean, that guy
you trust that guy, he's a good guy.
He's like, a real piece of excrement, that guy. Over there, that's a good alley to sleep in. They have really nice, cheap rock cut over here. That's some of the Valorian they got over here. Really nice little spot you want to get your stews. Old Helga, she makes a really good stew. I'll tell you that. I don't really like meat too much, but the rabbit stew there is really good. Not too much rabbit in it though. Really meat heavy. I hardly wouldn't be the guy to talk to, but it's really nice, my friend. Over here. Oh, hey, how you doing there, Bibbin? Hey, and I pat, some random guy I party with before. Hey, and I start kind of doing like a little goat dance there for a second. Hey,
Oh,
that's a Pipple. This is my friend Cole here. Hey, you say hello, Pipple. You say hello there. And I kind of like
how you
twist
doing
him
like that?
over there.
Slaps you heavily on the back. How you doing right there? Ah,
Yeah, all right.
that's right. Where the hell you been, Zeno?
Hey, I'll tell you, I'm back in town. I'm back in town. Yeah, I've been over here. I've been over there. I've been doing this. I've been doing
That's
that.
right.
You know,
I
all
bet
the
you
women
have.
was yapping at me.
Avoiding your old lady, or all of them. All your old ladies.
Man, that's a lot of avoiding to do, man. It seems like each one of them got 100 eyes on them. Hey, Cole, tell you about that. Man, you know, but I'm in town. I gotta go see some other ladies, maybe get some
Yeah.
new ladies. You
That's
know,
right.
I mean, I got stuff to do. You know, we're here for the festival. Hey,
Yeah, you picked a good time to come back here.
hey, I'm guessing probably some kind of ogre maybe here.
Actually, ogres have not done well in the 600 cycles.
What do we got going on here?
Probably another satyr. You were looking for satyrs.
Hey, isn't your uncle in some type of watch
Oh,
here?
yeah.
Isn't he some type of watchman? Some type
Yeah,
of
well, I mean, you
constable?
tried. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
My friend
What-
Cole here, he wants to be a watchman. You know, trust me, I don't know why he would do that.
Why do you want to do that?
I don't know, but maybe
Yeah.
your uncle could like put word in for him. You know, get him
Yeah, I guess.
in there.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, why don't we have a drink? That's
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea
You ain't got
you
anywhere
had
to be,
today.
right?
Come on,
You-
Cole, we're gonna
Cole,
get
come on, you guys don't have nowhere to. You just come on
we got
now.
nowhere to be, but it's drink o'clock right now.
This early.
That's
Okay, yeah.
Never too early and never too late, because
Never too early,
alcohol
listen.
tastes great.
I have a friend. You won't believe these. I don't know if you've ever
Oh,
shared a drink with any of these orcs. You know, they're a bit. They seem a little, standoffish, but they like their wine.
man, they make
And what
great
he told
wine,
me,
man.
he told me something. I don't know. It's like it's
I like orcs.
always it's time to drink somewhere. I don't know. Time is different, and so it doesn't matter. Point
Man,
is,
he said alcoholic clock, man.
that's
what he
right.
said.
That's right. Come on, as he just brings you in. Like, good thing you don't have anywhere to be.
They make almost as good a wine as we do.
He slaps you on the back.
And I put my arm like way far apart.
And he just takes you in. There's just like a tent, there's like workers' tents that are like set up at different places, and it's just a couple satyrs, a bunch of humans, a few Freyens set up in here.
Hey.
Clearly, this was clearly like they're getting like the wine casks and the ale and the meat set up, but like they're just slacking and they're just drinking it. Like that's what's going on in here.
I just wonder up like it's just straight for me to start drinking too. Like, hey, how's everybody going? Hey.
And like you actually, because you rolled crazy high, you actually remember some of these people. Like, oh, Ajax, everybody.
Hey, Frigga, hey, how you doing, girl? Put my arm around her. Hey, it's good to see you. And I just start filling the cup up, and I slide it right over to my man Cole, fill up another one, right down the hatch for him to do a damn thing about it. Hey, this is a great party you guys got going on here.
That's right. You picked the right time. Picked the right time to come back.
I always pick the right time. Hey, I always pick the right time.
Oh, who's this? Who are you, my friend?
This is my friend Cole. This is my man here. You all treat him right.
Yeah, I've been a traveling companion here with Xena.
Yeah.
Come on, drink up. And it puts like one of the humans just puts like another cup in your hand, and now you're just
Yeah, all right.
Why did I ever leave?
That's what I always ask every time. Well,
Yeah, you seem much more
actually
welcome here.
you might not remember. What's that?
Yeah, you seem much more welcome here, Xeno, than you do.
I'm welcome everywhere. You calm down, Cole.
That's right. You see, this is time for celebration. Huh? You ever where are you from? You from not from around here? Don't recognize. Well, people come and go. It's a big city, a big town.
But
But
he comes all the way from Bale.
Oh,
That's
Bale.
right.
yeah, you call this a big city. Yeah, I'm from far west.
Past the frozen sheets of ice and the big steel, past the blistering forests.
Oh, yeah, don't
Comes
remind me
way
of that
over
time.
there. Yeah.
What?
Hell of a time.
Are you pulling my leg? There's nothing past the ice.
Way past the ice.
There's
Man,
nothing past.
there's
What's
a
on the other
river-
side of the ice?
There's a river that looks like ruby water.
What?
The
Yeah,
Ruby
it's,
Red River. That's where it sits.
Okay.
He told me all about it.
Who told
City
you
of
that?
Trade, a
Dennis?
city of
He did.
This is where all the
He
humans
did.
are from.
It's where the
Sounds like another
It's an
one of
amazing-
your told tales to get out of town with your old lady.
Man, tall tales are the best tales. Hey, I don't know about old ladies. Don't listen to him, Frigga. I don't know anything about no ladies. It's just you. Just only you. And I'm kind of rubbing this female's hair, being all up on her.
That's right.
Well, I promise you, there's the lands do exist out there further west than the ice. Tell you what, the city of Bale, you call this a city? Bale has nearly 1 million people living in it.
That's not a real number, man.
That's what?
Calm down, Cole.
You can't fit that many
Thousand
people in
people,
a city.
thousand men and women, all crammed into the city.
Like, you mean like 2,000? I never think
Maybe
there's been
it's
that many people
2,000, huh?
anywhere. That's a lot of
No,
people.
not 2,000. Okay, you know what? How many
1,000 and another 1,000.
No, 1,000, and then 1,000 of those thousands. So like 1,000 of this city right here.
Is that 3,000? I look kind of confused. Okay. All right.
Enough of this math.
Yeah, numbers were never my strong point in the.
We're working
mix
too
anyway.
hard. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's like the Frigga. She sort of gets up and takes a drink for herself, just a horn of
Yeah.
something.
Look at that. Yeah.
Guzzles that back. So what do you
Hey, Cole, she's got a sister, man. If you like to go gold.
and what's that's all right. That doesn't matter.
That's,
Yeah. Well, I know what you're in town for, Zeno. I know what you're always in town for. But what brings you to Tridano?
Are they asking me or Cole?
I'm asking Cole. I know what you're in. You're in for tail. That's what you're always.
All right, man. I just come for friends.
Yeah, for
Friendship.
friends.
I'm a good person. Sitting there trying to talk to me like that.
Come on now, man from the Ruby River, whatever. Your 2000 city.
Much more than that. I'm just looking for a new home. I couldn't stay out west anymore. It was getting to be too much trouble. People wanted people want to hurt you. You gotta go.
Ooh. You on the run for something? You angered one of the Reeves in Flame Dance? You said you come from west.
Yeah,
Who
no,
cares
no.
about these people? Those posh bastards from Flame Dance. No.
Oh no, they were nice enough,
Right.
but they sent me on my way. It's the damn humans and those spiders over there. They all just wanting to go around telling everyone what to do.
What you talking about?
It's oppressive.
No. Why? What are you talking about your own people? Huh? What? Is this another human? What do you? I mean, I know about the spiders. They I saw one once. They're monster people. Huh?
They're mean people.
Well, they must be. I heard that there were a number of them that they've perhaps they built a web or something. They a bunch of them came to the king of Cragmore. They've like a
Came-
colony there or something. I mean,
Came here, I
anyone
thought,
who wants to associate with the people of Cragmore, they are untrustworthy people. You know.
Oh, yeah, of course it would be. I didn't even know that the Ectomies traveled out this far. I thought they would stay out west. Oh no.
I don't know about that. I clearly don't know much about the West. I'd never seen one before. I think they came perhaps a few cycles ago.
What's an ictomy? What's that mean? There's shit about spiders.
Dino, you're not going to
Yeah.
believe me, but they are like
I don't know.
you've seen a
You
spider.
are a liar, so it's probably a good move.
I'm no
Yeah,
liar.
there's
Spider
people, and
Spider,
they're,
yeah.
they're
Spider
and
people.
They're spider
Like-
people. They're like
Size
giant
of a person?
spiders, but they've
Giant spiders?
Well,
I'll
yeah,
tell
they
you
got
about
their
giant
eyes
spiders.
in the little mouths,
yeah. It's like
and they
that.
rove around and enforce their laws.
I don't know about the
They're
new
like
laws. I just
smart
know
spiders?
they look disgusting. It's a
Are you
giant-
They're
mean,
always
like,
playing that sport.
but
just
they're
wailing on
smart.
each other. Oh, they're smart. Yeah.
They're smart, like they can talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're spiders.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
right. They're spiders. They got
I
the,
don't know
like
anything
they
about
got
that. That's
They
terrible.
speak real strange. They speak real strange.
God,
You know, they have strange accent when they speak Pelecanese.
that's horrible.
I know. I only saw one of them. I don't want to see
Yeah.
another one again.
Oh, I hope you
It's
don't.
disgusting. Its mouth.
sounds
I don't know how it speaks, but it's. You know what I mean? It's
I don't.
like
but I
they're-
don't.
I bet not. It's like their
You-
legs.
you're right,
are
I
like,
don't.
Like fused together. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Why are we
All
talking
right,
about
I
these
just, I
spider
thought
people?
you're. I don't know. You brought them up. What do you
Yeah.
know?
Well, you brought them up.
You're right. Fuck them. We don't need to talk about that.
That's
I
right.
never even heard them before. How did I bring them up?
And as this on and on drunken conversation, we don't need to do no work. On the side of the road, the scene changes. Jazili. You know, it's the more you travel to these these other places, these primarily human lands. Although you've been to some communities where humans are not the majority. Certainly, that is the case here. But particularly with these larger community, it's very different than what you're familiar with. You know, perhaps a bit prepared for some of the idiosyncrasies, but it's just strange the way just the things you notice, and it's the little things, you know, more than anything big. But you know, sometimes those subtle things, like how certain people are set up to like do business or to sell certain things with you, and there's different coins, and you know, the way certain someone was talking some wares over there, as you know, the different faiths, you know, you're aware of perhaps some such things, but you know, it's just different the way, just the shape, how many different shapes and forms a single city or a single town or a single settlement can really take. This is something that you notice more and more just on this journey, just how wide and kind of diverse the world actually is, for good or for ill. But as you're moving through the pavilions and the streets, you know, dodging couriers and porters and you know, laborers of various sorts, setting up scaffolding, banners. There's supplies of various sorts of drinks and such things, as have been previously mentioned. There's kind of you get to like a central like courtyard, and you know, you see there's a big well, why don't you give, well, we'll get to that in a second, but very big structure, a strange kind of sweet, very sweet smell kind of consuming this courtyard. And there's some gardens here, bits where like flagstones are left bare, where the bare earth and the vegetation can kind of come through in certain places, all somewhat decoratively established, not with perhaps a masterful touch, but you know, it's nice. But there's an assortment of minstrels and like a kind of dais or stage is being set up, almost like a makeshift kind of like theater stage being sort put together of wood. Or a number of people are kind of just assembled like in a queue. So it's like almost like auditioning.
I join on, I get in line and I kind of gesture. I get the attention of the person in front of me. Are you, is this some sort of, are you part of a band?
Oh, I like it's a it's a human woman. She like, oh, turns around. Oh, didn't expect
I
her.
just like politely smiling.
He's like, oh, but I don't know what a Mihangi is. I just keeping a little bit of a distance from you. I'm not in a band per se, but it is just myself. I do play an instrument. This is a I do not know if you must know you are here. There's a festival going on. There'll be much music and singing being performed, and where there are a lot of people from all of Suvla and even elsewhere who come to
Yes,
this
I've heard.
celebration to sort of make a name for themselves.
Mhm.
I play the flute. Is what I play.
Oh,
It is just me. Do you have a band of
no,
minstrels?
I play. I mostly I'm used to string instruments, but I have a violin here. I kind of pat the case. This nice dark wood, beautiful case. I just pat it.
Oh,
And,
like she looks at it like clearly like, oh, because that's like a nice.
Yeah.
You take care of it,
It's
like
probably like the nicest thing I have on my person.
yeah. Oh,
And yeah, I take it then this is a some sort of a line for who owns this establishment here?
oh
Do you
well,
know?
this is the temple of Sishan. This is where the estate is put forth by the Margrave, Margrave Triadano Neptawi.
Oh, I see.
But this is a line, a queue for some for auditions to be allowed to perform.
I kind of crane my neck like the word audition. I'm like, what? And then I kind of nod like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
Oh,
Do you happen to know if there are any other places, or I mean, I was walking by and I'd seen that this place had a bit of a gathering. And wonderful acoustics. I would think once it's all set up, I see what they're doing there with the stage.
oh yes, it is. It's the biggest assembly of performers to
Ah,
for the festival. But there's other places, many uh, things set up in street corners and intersections and other
see.
smaller plazas throughout the city. But this is the biggest.
Have you worked here before? Have you played here before?
I have not. This is my first year making the attempt. I'm from here. I was raised here as a girl.
Ah,
I,
how long have you been playing?
Well, perhaps maybe if I do the math in my head, 20 cycles.
Oh,
I started very young.
I see. Then it is no doubt. I am sure you will be able to play upon the stage here. I just hope I am as lucky as well. It is very delightful for me to. I hope you don't mind if I'm intruding. It has been a while since I came from the town of Kirin. Have you heard?
Oh yes, to the south.
Yes, I was playing at the tavern there for some time, but
I see.
there wasn't that many minstrels traveling about. So It is very exciting, is it not? There's so many musicians here.
Her eyes light up. Just happy to be talking music with someone who clearly is also.
Yeah, and it's like obvious I have that too. I'm like generally like interested. Like,
Yeah.
And like I like in a maybe like a short montage. Like I ask her like, oh, do you know of any artists? Like the conversation goes from music to artists to orators, you know, the poets, whatnot. Like she's from here, so I just ask her about that information.
Yeah, and she gives her name as Aowa Stasia. She has to see the violin. She shows like
yeah, like I show the violin and so.
Probably also the most expensive thing she has as well, given her like attire.
Yeah,
she's not opulently dressed by any stretch of the imagination. But as the the montage continues, as the line continues to move forward, and it's hard to like, oh, wish me luck. As
I just smile at her, just not.
And obviously a very getting up on there. Definitely some nerves you can sort of read from her, just her body language. But as she opens up this kind of like maybe a recital song, some sort of solo, short tune and melody. Very beautiful, being a musical individual yourself, very skilled woman. Clearly, that those many cycles of playing, she's definitely has a musician's ear, and is that cycles well spent in practice. She's definitely definitely knows what she's doing, despite what her kind of almost somewhat meek and kind of like body language might kind of indicate. She should probably by rights be a bit more bold and kind of like I don't know. She has grounds actually to be maybe a little bit arrogant too, but she doesn't show that. But
she's got talent.
She got talent. As hey, she makes the cut. How about that? As she smiles and sort of like wishes you good luck as she gets off the stage. And now, as
when I quietly get up, and I bow, and I just say in Palganese. I mean, who's I guess judging?
Yeah, so it's this older man, looks very frumpy and very out of sorts in this place. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. Okay.
And what do you have to play?
I will be playing a
What's that?
song.
Huh?
I will be playing a song, Hellavin Gin, from the Kingdom of Faramore. Enjoy.
All right, let's hear it.
After I bow, I just quietly just begin playing.
All right. As you begin to play your song, and
it's a fine, it's a fine melody. It's with particular punches of excitement and low and high points. But the overall song carries with it a bit of a sort of a macabre, gothic, darker quality to it. It's sort of like this romantic type, dark romantic type music as I play, and of course my eyes are closed, and I lose myself in the song, and in the music. And for a moment, I envision something else, and I'm somewhere else. I'm not on a stage here anymore. I'm somewhere far away, and I'm playing the song by myself, out under the moons as they slowly rise on up. The beautiful colors streaking across the sky, oranges, purples, reds. As the sky is filled with dusk, I'm just out there. In a moment, a flash, a memory of me being somewhere else, of me practicing this very song. And then it comes back to current time as I'm playing, and I finally draw out that final note, finishing the song. Courteously, sort of, and gracefully bow after its completion. And Dander, you might want to mute yourself, so we could hear you cracking and breathing.
Cracking and crawling. And what was that total?
I thought I was muted. Sorry.
That's all you good.
Do you want me to roll something, or
Didn't you already roll?
I didn't roll?
Oh yeah, could you roll your minstrel?
A minstrel, yeah.
Sorry, I thought that roll was.
No. 19.
Okay. As you a final note. A few people, okay. Clearly, a few people. You see, like one violinist just get dejected. Clearly, he is probably not as skilled as you are, and you see like this frowns in the back there. Oh, it was wonderful. Where did you learn that? You said it was from a Faramore?
Faramore, yes.
Oh, we do not typically have songs from Faramore. People from that kingdom do not typically come this far. You're most welcome. Do you happen to know any other music or songs or works from Faramore by chance?
Yes, I know of precisely. I know 5 solo performances, and there are 3 more that is though they can be played. It is best with accompanying minstrels.
Which song? Which tenor of voice? Which instruments might this be? For these other songs that you mentioned.
Well, I know for the songs that I know from Faramore, there needs to be many more singers. It is, I kind of look at him because I'm trying not to like step on this old man's toes. Like I don't know if he's like a connoisseur or anything.
Yeah.
Like I kind of look at him because they use a lot of percussion and singers, and a lot of chanting.
How many? This we have been I've been trying to find something unique, something different to perform for this this Cycles festival, but something from Faramore, if it is we have the necessary people, that would be wonderful. But yes, how many more? Come tell me. What exactly is needed? Perhaps we have. Perhaps
There, I know. I kind of look up, like thinking there's Air Menelik that can be sung with a quartet, but it is best that you have at least 8 singers for that, and one main singer. It is usually a female in that song.
He's sort of looking, clearly listening, but looking down at clearly a list of on like is a piece of parchment that he has.
And I kind of keep talking a little bit like, and then there is Veruvelen. That there's not many singers, but Helvegen, what I played here, that also does not need any singers, but it is best if you have a cello player or more violinists. It adds to the weight.
No, we have no cello. We do have many singers of very different.
Oh, very good. Does this mean that I am in the band for the festival?
You think you could how do you think you could perhaps teach the melody of one of these Faramore songs to some of the other singers, other musicians?
Yes. How much time would I be given?
Festival is in just under a chain.
Plenty of time.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Come, Fildy. As he just snaps fingers.
I'm kind of like surprised, like, oh, I've never gotten this, like, attention. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm a thirsty musician.
That's right.
Looking for attention.
You got it, Frayne woman. Take you two. This is Fildy, one of our very wonderful singer, wonderful. Musician talk.
And I step off the stage, like, and I like approach them, and like I go to like shake the old man's hand first. I just like look very nicely at the. I don't like show my teeth, but I smile, just like with my mouth closed towards her, and I shake the hand of the man. Yes, my name is Jazili. Thank you for this opportunity.
Quite.
I know your name, sir.
You may. My name is Smervin Hain.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
And it's like yep. Okay, on to the next.
Yep, and I quietly, like I talk to the Frayne one, like after speaking with them.
Yeah. Wondrous performance. This I had not heard of a song from Faramore before. Certainly not played here. I had traveled there once before, many cycles ago, but nothing of that ilk I heard when I was there, much to my disappointment now.
Yes, it is. The songs that I do know, they do carry with them a bit of. What sort of? Have you been to this festival before? What sort of music is played here? Is it light or dark?
Oh, yes, many times. It's it tends to differ from year to year, with different musicians coming from different parts of Sur-la-Vale, of Tir Connaught. It's what's that?
Like I'm like looking at her, like as she's talking. I'm just trying to read like her body language. It's like that. Like I'm trying to be all formal and like professional, but it's obvious when I'm talking. Like you see my teeth and whatnot. I'm just
and she, at least for the moment, does not seem to catch notice of that. This is definitely like I'm an artist, and I want to talk about that stuff. So she's clearly like enwrapped in that. But let me introduce you to some of the other musicians, the other
thank you.
singers. There are there are a score of us in total. If there are to be, it is certainly not just us who will be performing. If there are more for this piece, certainly, like she gestures to the line of many people, of many minstrels and singers who are interested in taking part in this
in the festival.
festival. Absolutely.
Like I'm sure, like I get her name and I ask her.
Yeah, Firdi. That's that.
Oh,
Like that's
Vildi,
what
Vildi, that's right. Yeah.
Firdi.
Vildi, have you worked with Smurfin Hain before?
I have. I have. He has served in this role for many cycles.
Yes,
Well,
I can tell.
he is eccentric, but if you gain his trust, he typically leaves you to get on with it. But certainly must have caught his.
Are you freelance? Do you travel? Are you a traveling songstress, or are you part of a band?
I am part of a band. We travel from.
Oh, what is your name? Perhaps I've heard of you.
The Blue Nightingales.
Ah,
They're only streetwise.
yeah, like I obviously do. Streetwise or artist or a minstrel?
Yeah, you can roll me in. You can roll me an artist. Yeah.
Artist. I'm not forte in poetry. No, I don't think so. 20.
Yeah, you have. You heard. You never seen them. You
Yeah,
haven't
much like
heard.
heard of them.
Yeah, when in one of the places you played when you had come down south, they had mentioned the Blue Nightingales, and like, well, they were very very good, and you didn't get much more than that. You'd heard the name once or twice on your travels. So,
but I give her a recognition, like, oh yes, I have heard of you. You're quite known in the lands of the north, and so on. It's not like sweet talking or anything like that. Or like with some malicious intent. It's more just like professionals. Because I know in my back of my mind, eventually there'll be a reaction. I'm trying to make it seem like it's okay.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, like I guess for the coming days, like I work with them. I don't take the role of like instructor or leader unless it's put upon me that I just do it. But I don't go for that. But yeah, I just like a 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3, and then like just teaching them sort of beats and certain. Of course, I don't have sheets of music.
Of course.
It's just sort of like it goes like this, and then a little bit of this, and then and so on. But as I know, I don't just know violin. I know a little bit of mostly string instruments. I know a little flute, a little wind. It's probably string at top, wind, and then percussion at the bottom.
Okay.
Percussion's probably the least.
Least
or
of what you're aware of.
and horns as well, probably down there. I don't do a lot of that. But yeah, the songs that I try to teach them they're like stereotypical, dark, obviously romanticized, dark romance sort of music, and that's very sort of dreary but at the same time very touching and very powerful in that sense. It's not loud and crazy or anything like that, but there are moments of that, but for the most part it has a general that sort of I guess dark romantic genre type feel.
Yep. Okay. So as the days pass, as you are doing that, the days also pass for Cole and Zeno. What have you been doing, and what will you be occupying your time with as the basically the chain of interim before the festival begins? What have you been occupying your time with, or who have you been occupying your time with?
Well, I'm sure many people in my town.
I have no doubt. Cole? What have you been up to? What
So
so
after
what do you look for? Are you going to that guy's uncle to try and join the night watch, or were you just in over the course of a few several days, right? Just
right,
as
so actually the first day I just wake up with that massive hangover and just look for plain old work. I can't even find this guy's that Zeno was telling me about. I can't wake up Zeno because he's all passed out. But I've helped prepare festivals before, like I said. So I first thing try and give a hand with that. I can see. Oh, I see you hanging this up over here, right? I can help you out do that. Let me see that ladder.
yeah.
And, yeah, get a foot in there and just start hopping around.
Yeah. So you spend some days as a laborer, just putting, and there's much work to do. It's not always clear who's organizing the work that's being done, who's paying these people, are they even being paid? But there's certainly work aplenty, and you are a strong, strapping man, and hey, there's a lot going on, and not a lot of people seem, at least for the moment, overly concerned about your lack of people. It's hard work, but I mean, it's good work if you're willing to do, the work of a laborer, carrying barrels, unloading stuff from carts, tying up banners,
Yeah,
assembling
exactly. And I'm
scaffolding.
not a proud man, so that's it's hard work, but I'm a hard man. It's all good.
All right.
So yeah, I go about doing that very happily.
Okay.
When the fact that everyone's not focusing on my lack of name, I'm probably happier than I've been this whole game.
Yeah. For now. Yeah. So.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely am not happy to do common work, to do any kind of labor really at all. I will parasite off anyone and everyone that I can with my amiable, gregarious nature, making all the friends I can and allowing them to spend all the money they can on my wine. And I'll definitely be getting women. I don't spend money on women. They spend money on me. Particular reasons for liking strong, independent, frame women. They have money to spend on me.
Absolutely.
They got the sunshine, and they make it bright, bro. So, I keep someone in that vein, trying to survive, trying to enjoy some lovely honey mead, some enjoyable barley and hops, if you will.
And I want you just to make me a diplomacy check.
I do have diplomacy, of course.
You do.
Huh?
And any bonuses to attraction or attractiveness?
Well, I am a satyr, and satyrs do have some rather astounding additional abilities in that arena, if you will, baby.
Absolutely apply.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make a roll there for you. Let me see here. I saw a picture of that thing you had up there. Oops. There we are. Okay, 11, 12. 12.
Okay. So it takes some doing. But that doesn't confront you none.
That doesn't matter.
It's just another step on the road. Leaving a few broken hearts, a few one night stands that did not go well, but in time, it always works out. It always comes out tops for Zeno with the ladies. Absolutely. You find the lonely frame woman, or perhaps she isn't lonely. Perhaps she's just bored. Who knows? All you know is what you need to know, and what you need to know is you absolutely find someone you just shack up with this lady, just mooching off of her, and it's nice. She's got a house, got some income, no husband. That's a plus. And it's a big plus. And at least for now, no kids.
For now.
But with that, as each of you are preparing in your own way, with your own ambitions or lack thereof, preparing for the Festival of Voices, we're going to cut it to soliloquies, starting with Cole. So I find your theme song there for a moment.
Well, seems like I might be able to make a little home for myself here for some time longer. Well, you know what, honestly, they probably just appreciate the labor for the extra chain will kick me out as soon as it's done. Same as every other damn place. But, if I'm lucky, maybe Xeno will be kicked out about the same time and I could continue having companionship. It's a bit weird having someone not treat you like shit for once, even if he is a bit over the top. In either case, one could certainly appreciate his giving nature, even if he's giving what's not his. And hell, the minstrel might even be wanting to move on too. I mean, of course, they don't stay in one place, do they? Actually, once they find out that he's Mihangi, as they don't seem to ever realize until it's too late, then what are we just gonna keep getting kicked out town to town? This was supposed to be a safer place, this lands east of Niflund. And yet they all treat us like monsters. Call me a monster, I'm not a monster, you're a monster. It's Mihangi. Mihangi's not a monster. You're a monster. Absolutely ridiculous. Everything I've learned, every day I keep hearing is just another lie. Lies spread by my human brother and lies spread by the Ectomies. It's a wonder that they have such a strong hold over there in the Kingdom of Thoreau. It doesn't matter. I'll never be back there again. And if I'm lucky, maybe Xeno's little in with the watch would go well. Unfortunately, though, I was told that joining the City Watch in Bale, one could forget that you're a bastard there. Even a bastard couldn't rise up to higher ranks, and that was a fucking lie. I can hope. Maybe be a little bit optimistic. No, more likely we'll have to travel again. Right on to the next damn city.
As I travel with these people in this land, my mother, my father, they had tried to express their worry, their son, to a pilgrimage into a strange land. Sometimes I thought they wished to remain up there atop that spire, looking down, to be separate from the others, to be close to our Lord. No, this is where we must be, amongst the people. It is as our King, our Lord, as they say in truth. The people, we are each different in the same. We each live, we have our lives. Lives which I find quite disturbing at times, and at other times I just feel sad. I wish to help these people, especially those poor. That one human boy traveling chased by something, I am sure, trying to flee something perhaps. It is a pattern. I wonder if even he will understand and see in time. He's a young boy. What could he have gotten into? I sure do hope that he finds his way. But perhaps I left him with that satyr. It is worse from the others, just as I've heard and I've seen time and time again. I wonder if they even understand what they are doing to themselves. No, 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 Jazili, you must be patient. You must understand. They have their faults, just like you. There's so many Freyin around here. And their scent. They have a poor hold on the ataraxia, that is for sure. Once I'm done here, in this festival, I'll enjoy my time, but I must make time to find that boy, Cole. I do not wish to find him in an alley along the same path as that other satyr, Zeno. And perhaps I can save the both of them.
Yeah. Well, looks like things are turning up for the bad guy. I'm not having any problems with all these kids. All these women want to take my sunshine away, and I'm gonna find the clouds parting and the light shining down. Ahura Mazda, you're gonna fill my pockets. Hell, you're gonna give me pockets to get filled. And yeah, I'm keeping my ear to the street. I'm gonna find a big score. There's gotta be a big, easy way for me to get all the bricks of gold I can put down. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to get them all off my back. I'm going to buy chickens and cows and goats. I don't even care. I'm just going to make it shine like the clouds part of the storm on the face of Ahura Mazda shines down. And I'm going to throw them all in the air. I'm going to let it sparkle and shine and glitter. But I ain't gonna grind, I ain't gonna toil, I ain't gonna sweat away, I ain't gonna let my back. I ain't no common laborer, Jacili. I ain't no one to do that trick. No, no, no. I'm the one that's gonna make something of myself. I'm gonna put my ear to the ground and I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna listen good. Hey, and I'm finally gonna get just what I deserve. Damn, I like this wine. I'm drinking.
Thank you for that. Well, thank you all for watching, listening. Hope you enjoyed session 1. It's new saga, Oaths and Promises, playing the dark fantasy RPG within the Ring of Fire. Till next time.